Yo, 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 it's the stage, episode 31. Y'all can get the podcast, man. Who we got to build it?
Treinta y uno, man. It's Mr. Sergato, man.
Sorgato is crazy.
Sergato, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Skizzer, man. Greatest show on stage.
The
What's up,
DMV,
man?
boy.
What's up, man?
Yo, Raw Jones on your razor, raw mom, man. You know the man, big stage
Rob.
shit. You know what's going on.
Yeah, Rob,
What up? What up,
Rob.
though?
What's that word?
Rob.
What's that word? What's that word?
What's happening?
Nah, man, we just in here cooling, man. Not too crazy. It's been a lot. It's always something going on, so I can't even say it's been a lot going on because there's always something
There's
going on.
always something going on, and you can't miss it. Y'all gonna get this podcast.
Yeah,
Every
definitely.
day.
So, we can start with this one, man. Hitman Holla show he getting money, man.
I wasn't surprised, though. Like, I wasn't surprised.
100,
Yeah.
100K a battle, man.
He said it, though. He actually said it before. Like, this ain't the first time he didn't said it, and ARP even referenced it. So, I mean, this wasn't nothing I was surprised at. I mean, I don't know. He's
So
on
let me
TV.
ask you this: Why do we feel like battle rap is the only sport that basically hides the payments? Like if we see how much money LeBron get, we see how much money Ant get, we see how much Stefon Diggs get. Why do you think battle rap hides that?
Are you
Come on,
asking,
Can
bro.
I can I can I
like,
answer
are
that
you
real
asking
quick?
as a league
Can I
owner?
answer that
Because you
real
know
quick?
the answer.
I
You
mean,
You
I
know
know
the
know
the
the
answer.
answer,
answer,
bro.
but yeah.
Okay. I'll just
I
say this.
think I, go ahead.
No, only reason I'm just gonna be sure because it's only because it's Mook's fault. It's Murder Mook's fault. Battle rappers was happy getting what they got from Smack. With Murder Mook, I think it was Iron Solomon battle, and he talked about getting 25,000 at that time. That was a crazy number, and I think Smack will always be mad at that because once he did that, all the other battle rappers was like, "Well, I deserve this. I deserve that." So it's if you look at I think ARP said it sometime one time. Some of these leagues be having NDAs where you can't even speak. They don't want you to talk about the money. You know what I'm saying? Because once you hear about the money, other rappers that don't deserve it want to get even at least a little more than what they're getting now.
Boom. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Rob. I'm gonna go
That's
after
a
that.
fact. That's a
I
fact.
wanna I wanna piggyback
No,
off
that's
what he
Somebody got
said.
a crazy echo. We gotta figure this out before we go any further.
All right, mute
You,
up.
you.
Oh,
yo.
Mute up.
hold
Yeah, it's
on.
the echo, bro.
It might be Jay Skizzle. Anybody is it? I know it ain't you. Hold on. Let me see. Let me bring Raw
Hey,
back
it
up.
ain't me, is it?
Nah, it's Jay Skizzle. Jay Skizzle, you might be hooked up to the car.
Dang, bro.
Hold on. Yeah, it's Jay Skizzle. Hey, Jay Skizzle, you got your car hooked up to the Bluetooth?
Not
He
no
done.
more. You hear me
Oh,
now?
he done kicked him off.
You good
Yeah,
now?
you
Yeah,
back.
that's what it was.
All right. My
Yeah.
bad.
Go ahead.
Rob, Rob, you
Yo,
you
yo,
you want
yo.
this next, or you want me to get this real quick?
Well, I mean, I was gonna piggyback on what he said, like you. So you can go ahead, bro. You got it.
I'll say this, bro. I like what he said. I think deserving is the word. People who are deserving, like Hitman deserves the highest paycheck in battle rap. Hitman has taken battle rap from the underground figment of what we know it to a bigger mainstream scale. The difference between LeBron James is guaranteed. He's proven guaranteed he will put butts in the seats. He's proven guaranteed that his contract will ensure that these other things will happen. In battle rap, anybody can take a payment and run off. LeBron can't run off on his payment. He gotta do what he gotta do. Battle rap hasn't gotten to that like level of integrity yet, where it's like, okay, people can make a certain amount of money and they can, you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of would overtake the ego part of it, which is a part of battle rap. Like you gotta be overly egoish, you know what I'm saying? Egotistical to really blow. And in sports, you're getting paid by your ability, not even by your ego.
Well, I mean, he definitely killed the narrative of like ain't no money in battle rap. He killed that narrative.
No, that's not true because how often does he rap? And who else is making that kind of money? There's only like 3 or 4 battle rappers who really make that kind of money.
But let me ask you this: we can't say he's just making it by himself because if I don't know the statistics with him and other battlers, but we not about to act like him and Geechee's not a mega matchup.
It is a mega matchup, but I bet you money that Hitman Holla's making more money off it.
I mean, yeah, because he's the owner of the league now. So what he showed was the money from YouTube. So obviously that's the last money you get because you know how this go. You book the battlers, you get the pay per view, then you get the door money.
But
If
you
you
morphed
serving,
it though. You just morphed it from league owner to just a battler. As the league owner, he set up the battle with Geechee because he knows the return that Geechee's gonna have on his platform.
I think him rapping for free in general, he knows it. Cause at that point you're rapping for free. Well, not for free, but you get what I'm
Rapping for
saying.
yourself,
Yeah, like you're not getting no deposit. You gotta really wait till everybody get theirs type of thing. So
yeah.
with
But
the
if
it
you
that
know that you're gonna get a mail on YouTube,
I mean, but you're a million view battler, so you know what comes with that. But
right? You're gonna make your money back.
what I'm getting at is he's definitely made more than 50,000 because you got to factor in the pay per view, the food if you selling food and liquor, the actual door money, and then YouTube is the last form of payment because that's what drops last. So after you have the event and everything, what do? You drop the battles on YouTube.
Right.
So that's just what he got for the YouTube views. So that's not counting what he done got from everything else that comes with throwing the event.
But you know what you said, Damo, about he just showed that there is money in battle rap? He did. And the thing is, there is still money in battle rap. Please don't believe. The fact is that as a league owner, as a league owner, it's not that it's not money in battle rap. It's that a lot of people, a lot of artists aren't worth the money that they want.
And
Exactly.
So
I'm gonna tell you the issue between battle rap and basketball, right? Let me tell you this. So let's just say hypothetically, I want to see the Lakers, right? If I buy a ticket to see the Lakers versus the Wizards, whatever the case may be, before I pull up to that game, maybe sometimes they do game time decisions, but I'll know if LeBron come playing or not.
yeah,
And battle rap is always the event. Like we don't find out LeBron is not playing while the game is going on. So I'm
yeah,
comparing that to an event. So as the event going on, we ain't heard from X, Y, and Z, but we ain't make the announcement yet because he might still pull up. I think it just
yeah,
need more structure because when you in the NBA or you're a basketball team or whatever football, hey, I gotta be in the stadium by 12 p.m. I gotta warm up at 2 p.m. I gotta go shower, get with the team trainer, stretch, and by 4 or 5 o'clock, I know I'm playing the game.
yeah. That I think that's what has increased bootleg because bootlegging always been around, but that increased bootlegging because I'm not finna pay no $50 for no pay per view if I see and no disrespect, but if I see Charlie Clips on the card, I know he gonna freestyle. But if I see clean paper, his battle might not be going down. If it's a small league and I see Twerk, it's a good chance he don't show up. So it's like I ain't finna waste my money. I'm just gonna get ready for the watch the bootleg or find a bootleg, and that's hurting the leagues. But it's their fault because they're booking people that are not that we can't depend on to be there.
This my only devil's advocate about that, right? Because you saying booking certain people,
Mm,
everybody has a relationship with everybody. So I give you an example. My relationship with you is not the same with ABC Battle League.
yeah,
So you'll show up for me because you on my roster.
yeah,
But being as though you don't know these other people like that, you like, oh, whatever. Cause I know I got something to fall on. I think the problem is even when NBA players do it, like if they miss practice or miss a game, it's not, oh, I could just go to another team and play. Nah,
Exactly.
you get suspended for 2 games or whatever the case may be.
You're upheld to a certain standard of like showing up. You have to
but
show up.
I'm
It's
a
like a
really,
guarantee.
if we being honest, like two parts to that. One, if we being honest, that means that we just have to be admit, like if we talking about women need to show accountability, we need to show accountability to the people that we're fans of in battle rap, we just got to say they have no integrity because you have to be
But that's not gonna stop them from getting booked because there's so many leagues that need a Hitman Holla or
A
Tay
twerk.
Rock
oh
in
but
their
no,
league to
that's the thing. That's the thing. I like the fact that it happens. Listen, if you are booking somebody, like if you're booking somebody because I need to attract fans, rather than saying I need to have a good battle that people are going to watch and the battle is going to care, like a lot of times these battle rappers that you booking from URL, they're just coming to get a check. So they're not even giving you a good performance and they're not promoting, which means that you're not getting value for it. And the people are left, you know what I'm saying? Like the viewers are left disappointed. So I'd be glad when some of these like fly by night leagues is just trying to get us to pay for something because they see it on because their name is on the flyer. Well, I'd be glad when they get bucked on because you just trying it's a money grab for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with that. But for example, 40 bars, she needs to never get booked again. She's choked in like 8 of the last 10 battles.
but see,
Like
on the other hand, you like, damn, you can't really I'm just not gonna say nobody should not get no money in their pocket. I get that part of it.
you
But
stealing money.
see, but
I
this is the
would say,
thing. See, you talking about money and you talking about deposits. People should. People have earned the right to rap and get paid. It's
yeah,
different when you getting paid 10K for a battle and you take a 5K upfront deposit and you don't do what you're supposed to do. It's a lack of integrity. People taking deposits and then running off on the obligation, the lack of integrity is what's ruining battle rap. If people literally could only get paid after you've proven skill, like an NBA player, like you get paid after every game because you didn't play last night. You know what I'm saying? So it proves
uh-huh.
your proof of pay. Battle
Somebody
rappers
win
are
is
getting
crazy.
paid off of just straight up like,
Somebody win is crazy.
yeah, I don't know.
That was Jay Skizzle. Hey Jay Skizzle, come back when you ain't got no crazy no crazy win. Go ahead, my bad.
Like battle rap is running off of deposits. I think that's what's killing the game because you can tell when it gets to a certain seasonal time and people are taking battles just cause.
And
Not because of the
I
sport, it's
think another
because
issue is that like you need two people to have one battle. So like I'm gonna give you an example. If LeBron don't play, the Lakers are still gonna play.
right. It's
And
still other
that's
people gonna get
where
paid.
yeah, that's where the problem come in. So I mean,
Yeah, but
the name of the game is to act like you don't got money to pay less, but it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I get it. But I'm not saying it's right, but I get it.
I don't like the fact that we're talking about the one of the most deserving battle rappers and saying that like the rest of battle rap should be like now tailored to how these schematics are built for Hitman. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not like it's not fair to me. I think that there are a couple people who deserve a different echelon of pay, right? Lux deserve a different echelon of pay. Hitman, different echelon. Arsenal, different echelon. You know what I'm saying? You can maybe say Daylight, different echelon of pay. You might not get paid with what like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the next row would be even like a Tay Rock, Rum Nitty, a Geechee, which I think that Geechee's getting paid up there somewhere up there. But I think it's it got to be a balance, just like we said yesterday. It got to be a balance of skill, show a proof of show a skill, and the integrity to be there. Because it, like you said, it's not a guarantee that someone's gonna show up. And when a person decides not to be there, now a whole battle's not going down. But people did get paid for that battle to happen.
Right. Well, deposits in a sense.
Deposit, yeah, the deposits is killing battle rap. Because now instead of like, so imagine this. Imagine your real worth. You've been booked 2 or 3 times and your going rate is like $1,000. If that's your booking rate, I'm pretty sure that somebody has gone to ABC Battle League and been like, nah, I've been getting paid and my booking rate is actually 3. So instead of that $500 deposit that you got up front, you really got like a $1,500 deposit from the other league just because you're trying to get that deposit. You know what I'm saying? which takes away the integrity of, do you actually care about battle rapping on this platform and trying to make it do
But
something?
see, that's why I said it's different from that in sports because let's just say like let me give you an example. Battle rap, you get the deposit to get your flight booked, all that other stuff, and hopefully you show up. With sports, it's like they kind of take care of all of that. So if you just not playing, it's either you don't want to play or you just physically can't. I think the problem is trusting people to do that, to get on these planes, to get a ride to the airport. That's already taken care of as a sport. But they do have maybe we need to start implementing something where it's like it's a schedule throughout the day. Like, all right, you got to come to the event. You got to do sound check, just like the NBA do, because
Right.
they are coming from home or wherever they from, but it's just like they're there extra early to. It's a preparation for it because like if LeBron coming from the house, he know, hey, I got to be at the facility at noon, but I still play at 8. But I got to do everything else before it's time to play.
What
That's
up,
also
y'all?
in his
Big facts,
contract
though.
though.
That's a fact. Absolutely.
Shoshada.
So maybe that need to be in the contract though, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I think that that's a different thing because leagues aren't set up that way. Like, leagues aren't set up that way, as into where, like, okay, we're going to have 5 battles tonight. If a person doesn't show up, we're gonna need somebody to be prepared to do it on the spot, like, and still battle. Because that's the difference between like sports and like battle rap, in my opinion, where it's like, although the superstars aren't there, there's still a 5 versus 5. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
somebody's still going to rap. It just wasn't like, you just not gonna see Kawhi versus Steph tonight. You're gonna see Steph versus the next person up. You know what I'm saying? It's just not really set that way. Now I think it could be that way. Like, if you had like a divisional thing where it's like, maybe you got teams like 3-man, 4-man, 5-man teams, where it's like, okay, well, you're gonna battle one of them. You know what I'm saying? To where like you
But
are
see, now
prepared.
the problem is that in basketball, it's a general opponent. With battle rap, it's hard to just say, "Hey, you battle him," because I done tailor all my 3 rounds to Big Cat. So now you want me to rap for Jay Skizzle?
But and this is what I mean by that. If we got a team where it's like Team DMV, where it's like me, Jay Skizzle, Shada, now you might have written for all 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? In your brain, you might have already been like, well, I could battle any of them at any time. Like, you might have been scheduled to battle me, but if I don't show up and Jay Skizzle there, you might end up battling Jay Skizzle. But battle rap is not set like that.
Right.
I don't feel like it should be for real, for real. Like, you know what I mean? If you prepare for one person, that's what you should prepare for. Like, everybody gotta do their due diligence when they hold, they gotta basically hold your obligation, man. You gonna
Right.
do something, do it.
Right. Well, things do happen. I'm not gonna say
That's a
that
fact.
things don't
Yeah.
happen. Things definitely do happen, but it is sad when you see people taking advantage of that part of the
But
game,
my
because
biggest
that's
thing is
ruining.
when you say things happen, I can't really excuse that because in the sports, it's like niggas don't always be out for personal reasons. That's once in a
Facts.
blue moon.
Facts.
Okay, I'll say this: when Isaiah Thomas's sister passed, if he had chose not to play that night, that he went crazy, you're not mad at him. You're not mad
No.
at him.
No.
No, but what I'm
But he
saying
did
is,
show up
listen,
and
listen
played.
to what I'm saying though. If it's 82 games and my sister passed at one of these games, that's fine. But for you to only basically all of a sudden you got shot the night before the event, come on, bro.
I get that.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not. It's
Like,
just like, what
Yeah.
type of Final
yeah, it's
Destination
like,
type
well,
of stuff
why is it
happened.
always you don't see too many personal reasons why niggas don't play basketball for that night. It's every once a blue moon, like you say, somebody passed away or something like that. But it's just like it's too many coincidences on the on battle day for some reason.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
I
how
got a
pay's
question.
divided up.
I got a question. And this keeps going on to my point of integrity. Like, do you think, let's say, All right, let's. What would make y'all one person? What would make y'all decline a battle if something happened on the day of? Like, if you got a cold, will you decline it? Will you say, "Yo, man, I can't show up. I'm sick. I can't perform."
No.
No, not just like a common cold. No.
Yeah, no.
Is it? What about problem with the rental? Like, what would be something that would make y'all decline a battle? Like, what's something that y'all
If
said
I
no
just
to a
can't
battle before?
physically move, like if I can't physically move.
Yeah. Day
Cause
of.
okay, look, I've had people I have only got no show once, but I've known people that no show battles because they was on the way and then all of a sudden they couldn't get the rental or
Then you
You're
wasn't
um
on
not
the
on the
way.
way.
You
You're not
wasn't
on
on
the
the
way.
way.
like okay, like say like they hurt their ankle or something. What I'm saying is I think this is an integrity thing because I know some if you were getting $1 million a battle, it's nothing.
You
If
would
I
be
know,
there. You would be there.
yeah,
You
that's
would
why
I'm
I
find
not
a way
going.
say
there.
I'm not going to lie
it
though. You made
that's what pisses
excuses,
me off
bro.
about. But look, that's what pisses me off about a twerk or a clean paper because y'all will no show a battle on a little league because it's only $1,000, but you ain't no showing Nome or Summer Madness. You're not doing that for Smack. I think that's what integrity lies because people will no show certain people because they don't matter. That's
Now
why I
I could
feel
say
battle
this.
rap needs
I
a
could say
union.
this from being a league owner
I
too. I
agree
could
with
say
that.
this. Getting a rental is not as easy as we think. Like for
Oh,
certain
it's not.
people, it's not. So even me, I got into a situation where I thought I could just pay money like, nah, you need a credit card. You know what I'm saying? Or nah,
Yeah,
you
you
need
can't
Yeah.
just
a
get it.
card
Yeah.
information. So it's not as easy. I'm not excusing it, but one thing I can say is when you like is I gotta keep comparing it to the NBA or sports. When you are in sports, you kind of have somebody that takes care of all of that. In battle rap, as crazy as it sounds, these niggas never been nowhere. So let's just give you an example. LeBron coming out of high school, it's not then the fact that he's in the NBA now, it's ultimately not up to him to get to his basketball game. They have people that take care of that.
Yeah, but battle rap's not set up like that.
I get it, but I'm giving you a different point of view.
I get that because
Not. I
So it's
don't even
like
look.
for the
I ain't
URL,
even giving
maybe.
that excuse. If you're an adult, it's
no, no,
certain
no.
things
I'm
you
not
should be
giving the excuse.
prepared.
What I'm saying is from experience, from me being a league owner, these niggas ain't never even left out of their state. They don't know how to book a flight. They don't know how to get a rental. These niggas don't know how to buy a bus ticket. Like I done had to explain this thing probably millions of times.
That's fine, but you can communicate that days ahead of time. You can't tell somebody, "Hey,
But
bro, I'm on the
what I'm
way."
saying is, it's still sports out here that, for that person that never left their city, they still take care of that. Maybe that's something we need to start implementing too. So you don't gotta rely on the artist to pull up because if LeBron doesn't come to the game, it's because he physically somebody just couldn't get him there. But the team takes care of the flights. The team takes care of the party bus or however they get to the games.
Yeah, but
Hey,
this is
look,
the
I got a plan, and I got two plans, and I'm gonna save the big one for we gonna have this whole nother conversation on another day. But I got a plan for at least the stage and other leagues that are not as big as the URL. This is what I think because I also think if you don't have money and you don't have your life together, then you shouldn't be doing certain things. But
Right.
I think that the stage should basically do a $50 artist deposit, a $50 battle rapper deposit. No more, you get a deposit, you get an upfront. No, a $50 battle rap deposit. And with that $50 battle rap deposit, what I think should happen is if you book two people to battle, you should say, all right, I need $50 from you, and I need $50 from you. And the day of the battle, when you show up, both of y'all get y'all $50 back and whatever else we agreed on that you may receive. But if you cancel this battle in any way once a flyer is put out and promoted, then $25 goes to the league and $25 goes to the artist for them wasting their time preparing for you. And I think that would stop at least half of the people that are deciding at the last minute not to show up for battles.
I
And
mean,
if you don't got fifty
I agree
dollars,
with you. I agree with you, but that it sound good until a nigga ain't got $50.
but this the thing: if you don't got $50, if you're gonna tell me right
you
now
shouldn't be
that you
battle
don't got
rapping.
fifty
Right.
dollars,
Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
could look
I
you in your
agree.
face. and say that means that you shouldn't be a battle rapper because how are you gonna get to me? You know what I'm saying? You gotta buy a rental, you gotta get a room, you know what I'm
Oh well,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
I get what you're saying, but I'm just giving you a different perspective. It is sports that take care of all that.
Yeah, but
oh
battle
yeah, but
rap's
that's
not
for
set
players
up
that are
like
good.
that.
A lot
You
of these
don't
dudes ain't
have
good enough.
executives teams is set up for stuff like that. You don't have that. Are you gonna make a team for that? Like, all right, we have a travel team where it's like we're gonna have every time we gotta book somebody for travel, I'm gonna send you to this person and they're gonna help you with travel. Battle rap's not set up like that. It's like, all right, bruh, here's your deposit, here's the contract. This what I'm paying you. I need you to do X, Y, and Z like your contract says, and do what you're supposed to do. You're really just hoping people do that. It's different in the NBA because yeah, you do get your contract, but there is somebody who also gets paid to keep that basketball warm for LeBron James. There's somebody who's watching the car. There's somebody who's getting the headbands and getting the brand new socks. Bro, there's somebody who gets paid to do that. Battle rap is not set up like that. You're literally banking on people to hold the obligation for themselves.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then it's like now you're short because I expected you to hold up your end of the bargain and you didn't. It's different when you have a contract. Nigga, you're getting paid $80 million. When this bus leaves, you better be on the bus.
Right, right.
You don't gotta drive the bus, but you better be there. Hey, bro, you got practice. You got preseason practices. Your incentive says that you're supposed to get an extra 10, but you gotta be there. So it's either
Well, I mean, the
you're gonna
problem
hold
is
up your
that
obligation.
battle rap obviously don't make as much money as
Those places, yeah. That's why I'm
yeah.
asking you: is there really money in battle rap? Because if there was money in battle rap, you would have figured, yeah, one of these big leagues would have gotten the investors by now to really be like, all right, well, we're gonna make this like a mini league situation. And it hasn't become that. I think the bigger difference is in sports, you schedule the entire season. You don't schedule it show by show by show. You schedule it, all right, after this show, what makes sense next? And then you book it. So it's different because now you can't lock somebody in for a certain amount of time unless battle rap was set up like that, where it's like, all right, we got your whole year booked out for you. Boom, 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 boom. You're gonna get this your contract, XYZ. You're gonna get this much. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. You're gonna make this. If you can't do that, you won't make it. You know what I'm
Yeah, see,
saying?
but the problem is that the, nobody believes in being exclusive. So like when LeBron signed to the Lakers, he can't play on the Bobcats or the Wizards until he gets either traded or the season's over. It's not like that in battle rap.
It could be. It could be like that. And I think actually it was like that for a long time. That's the difference between like talent pool and like somebody being like a hometown hero. Like I'm dedicated to the team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you wanted to say, all right, I want to be an artist that solely works over here, then this person should have a different contract than somebody who just wants to be a feature artist on this platform. I think yeah, that is different. I think that's the Tay Rock treatment
Right.
where it's like, okay, no, you are getting the extra boost in certain things because you have shown that you're only down for the cause. That's it. So yes, but he's holding up his end of the obligations though. So you are showing proof that no, this is what I'm doing. I told you I'm about it and I'm about it. You're proving that. So you deserve it. But a deposit is different because a deposit is showing that you're banking on somebody to do what they're supposed to do, not that they're just gonna do it. And
Yeah.
you can't incentivize, you know what I'm saying, being right, like doing the right thing by somebody. At that point, it's like, well, why are you getting booked? Like, yeah, like at that point, let me ask you. Well, I mean, clearly it's a no, but it's like if you had the opportunity to book one of the best battle rappers who was in your price range, would you even get him if you knew that he's known to not show up? So it's like, yeah, fool, you
Nah.
know, I'm gonna be on your flyer. It's gonna sell out, but I'm not gonna show up. So I don't even want to pay you. It's like, What do you get out of that?
Right.
That's just my opinion.
All right, man. We ain't gonna harp on battle rap too much longer, man.
You know what we gonna harp on?
What?
I think we should harp on how people just draw certain conclusions out of certain things because of like, you know what I'm saying, just how things look off the internet. Um, man, it's sad. You talking about how many papers that man put in a day on that lady?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Boy,
Nah, that's crazy.
boy. He
And
got
then like,
text messages and what?
yeah, that's kind of
Boy.
crazy. So I mean, this is another situation. I just feel like of being bitter,
Yeah.
because you not even you bringing up topics that's basically that don't matter. Like if I got a child with you and we not together or whatever the case may be, it shouldn't matter. I get it. You don't want certain people around your kids, but it shouldn't matter who I'm sleeping with. Like, oh, you slept with my girlfriend. I hate you forever. I don't want you around the kid. I feel like that don't have nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, but if you've seen some of these text messages and some of the things that he's starting to show the courts, bro, they're alleging that this is from like before any of that.
Right.
Before, like while he was with her, he's detailing messages of how she's acting. If you don't do this, I'm gonna do this. Like real spiteful actions is manipulation, bro. It's sad, bro. Have you ever had a situation like that? Where it's
Well,
like
I
somebody
don't
will
have kids. No,
emotionally no no no,
I don't have
not
kids.
even that. Not even that because people do that all the time. It's like the same thing as like a girl breaks up with a guy and the guy's like, I want to hurt myself. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
emotional manipulation. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Because
Yes.
that's what he pretty much is saying he been through. Like, well, I'm having postpartum, and if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna take this GN and do this. You can't do that. Whether you
Right,
have
right, right.
postpartum or not, you can't do that. And to emotionally manipulate somebody into like thinking like, oh well, now I have to like stop thinking logically because if I don't do what you say, then this is like the repercussions, bro, is messed up, bro. And you know the image, the Little Mermaid image, that's the image, bro. That's some Tory Lane stuff right there. Who do you
We got a
blame?
comment. Big Mama Took said I would have told her do it.
Nah, but that's sad though.
Like, oh,
Remember,
go ahead, off yourself. Go ahead.
no, nah, but you what about the baby? That's the point. The
Yeah,
point is everything the emotional manipulation is even more when you have the tie of a brand new baby. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like when it's just like your girlfriend, you're like, I do it then. Because once that person is off, you're just like, well, there's no tie. It just ends right there. But
right.
when you're like,
We have
no,
a we have a child,
your my child is with you while you're texting me these type of heinous possibilities,
and my child got to grow up one day.
bro,
So
what? And it's gonna be even worse when like they said, like celebrity kids, like it's gonna be sad because it's free use of the internet. Everybody's gonna be able to go on there.
F it, bye. You want to leave so bad knowing you just had a baby.
Yeah, but it's just like he's not gonna say that because his literal baby son is in the car. Your first son, your first child, and then as a man, your first son is in the car with you know what I'm saying. Like personally, I can identify with that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I can
I don't think
identify.
sleeping with somebody should be a reason to say all of that. Like that goes back to the bitter baby mother stuff.
No, that goes back to when they were together and he was with her. You gotta remember
No,
this
but
too,
she
bro.
not. She's bringing up that he slept with somebody. She hate him for that. It's not. If he just wasn't a good dad, I could see all of that. But
Yeah, but that's
bringing
right
up who I
now.
slept with,
It's so irrelevant. Super irrelevant.
I uh I think they both manipulating each other. To be honest,
Yeah, I think that he's manipulating her with like he sold her a dream. I'm not sure. I mean, it's possible. I personally think that that's the beginning of a villain story, in my opinion.
and do you
Where
how
it's
you
Oh,
like,
feel
that's
about
deep.
how you
That's
feel
deep.
about the whole like everybody kind of saying the same thing about him after the streaming university? You think it's real, or you think he told them to say that? Because
said
at
what?
this At this
Yeah, I'm
point,
about to say,
he's
what he say?
basically, you didn't see Cooking with Kai and all them was like India Love. They was like, he's not like that. He's really a genuine guy, and
Well,
it's crazy because they
you
like
gotta know.
all said the same thing though.
Yeah, but you gotta know, like, if you're watching, they are telling us he's really a cool guy. He's not the guy that you think you are. If you watch his content, DDG is a villain. What are you talking about?
All
He is a
right, so hold
villain.
on, man.
Well, what I'm
Hold on.
saying
He's
is,
dirty macking. Everything he says is like, that's not your girl because you were just talking to those girls over there, so he can get the girl. That's the type of stuff that they do for content. So the girls are
But
like,
hold
no,
on.
he's really
but
not that
I
guy.
gotta go off your content though. I don't care about your life.
Hey,
I
but
only could
nah,
go
look.
off what I could see.
Hey, hold on. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Damo. This is why women get cheated on, lied to, get feel like they were tricked by guys. This is why this happens because they just said, "Oh, he's such a nice guy. He's such genuine. You ain't been around him for more than 3 days, and you
Well,
think you
yeah,
know him."
that streaming university was only a weekend for real.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
their
yeah.
problem. They think they know you after being. They think they
But
know
at the
somebody
end of
after
the
being
day,
around.
though, like you said, if I just met you, I'm not about to show you I'm evil.
Yeah, I'm not. This is the
Yeah,
first impression. This is
and
what I
on
do my
top
best lying.
And on top of
What?
all of that, we in an establishment where I really, if I mess this up, I could mess up my image because all the streamers are there. So of course I'm going to be on my best behavior and I'm respectful and I want to show people how to get their streams up. This is the time for that.
Not
I'm not
everybody
going.
was like
It's
that.
like if at home you got people that beat on their wife and stuff. But when they go to work, they not
Right.
acting like that. So it's
American Psycho.
yeah. So that's why I was like they not fooling me. Like you I mean I feel like at that point in time you're supposed to act that way. You're not supposed to act belligerent and like you said, the villain the role you play.
Yeah, but bro, if you really watch that, bro, number one, I think that the reason why a lot of the people who were picked for that specific project is because of the community.
We
DDG
we
did
got a
not meet.
comment, right? It becomes dangerous at this point because that's why mental health is not being taken serious.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like watch for the funny moment and
But see,
not examine for
how
what's
do
going
you
on.
okay, so I'm gonna just tell you like what I do personally. Normally, people that I really talk to, I'll just ask them like mentally, are you okay? That might just be a separate conversation. So how do you know if somebody is not okay or not if they're not getting asked these questions?
Well, it depends. Number one, if you care enough to ask, because like you gotta care enough to like really like
Right.
know somebody
Because
to be like you
we
acting
all
different.
fighting like
Everybody
a
fight
hidden
demons.
yeah, that's
Everybody.
all yeah, like
Everybody. So like you gotta really know somebody enough to like care to see the difference in their actions to like really be like, hey bro, you acting different to start asking questions like that.
but that's really the hill of every co-parenting. It's one parent doesn't want the other. It's normally never a mutual thing. It's like, yo, we just couldn't work out. It is what it is. It's
But that's
always
the ignorance. The ignorance is not about the
yeah,
relationship.
but
It's about the care of
love
the
makes you
baby.
ignorant though. Love
No,
makes you make
I
dumb decisions.
I get that, but you know what I hate most? I hate most when a mom will take a child away from the father just to give the baby to her mom.
Or a nanny in this case.
Yeah,
Somebody you don't
you know
even
what I'm
know.
saying? That's what
Somebody you
I don't
paying.
exactly.
Why can't Halo be with the dad if you gonna just give him to
If
a
you're gonna
random
just give
person?
him to a random person, you know
And
what I'm
now
saying?
even with that, it's like
Control.
you gotta pay for that person. I'm pretty sure you don't gotta pay DDG. Now you gotta watch your son every 5 minutes on they probably got camera systems to make sure the kid's not getting hit. Like why would you want to go through that when you can just get your actual baby father to watch the kid and not have to worry about all that?
I mean, we know
I
why it's
think
going down though.
Well, yeah, it's bitterness, but I'm just saying as a mother, why would you want it to be where you feel like like I gotta really pay attention? Like y'all got kids, like I know y'all probably feel like, hey, I gotta check this camera at my son daycare or my daughter daycare right quick. If they do got daycare, you still got that instinct as a parent, just like let me just check. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
why
but
why would
you
you want
can't
to
do
go
that.
through that? Why would you want to go through that with a random nanny that you probably got to monitor, pay? We could just give them to the dad. Like I don't
Well,
get it, bro.
yeah, but you can't say pay because whenever you bring up pay, you're talking about the balance of integrity to do your job, and that's always
Yeah,
a
but
thing.
what I'm saying is, cat, if I have a kid with a shorty, a chick, I know I'm able to take care of my child, they're not going to no nanny where we have to pay to do that.
Oh, no,
I
no, no,
can
no, no,
watch
no.
my kid for free.
Boy. Oh, no, no, no. Don't don't be upset when they actually make more bills for you, boy. What?
Like, yeah, you
What?
gotta pay this
Like now
daycare.
you
Why
gotta
do
do
I
it
gotta
now.
pay this
Why? I could have
daycare?
just got him. Nah, now
Exactly.
I don't. He's in my custody. I want to put him right here. You got the same time slot open. Nah, I want him doing this under my control, and now you gotta pay. Boy, stop playing.
That's big.
I
I
don't.
mean, that's really that. And I listen, man. I think it should be something done. Like, listen, I have crazy thoughts and theories that I think the judge should have access, like, to both people's social medias if there's a custody case or anything like that. Because if you share, like, one of them, somebody posts something, you share the if a man disrespects the woman, he shouldn't get access to the kids. If you share something like that, and then one of these scenarios happen, yeah, I'm siding with you because if you share it, I believe you believe in it. And now I'm feeling like everything you're doing is being petty because you got cheated on. Being cheated on, being disrespected doesn't give you rights to be petty when it comes to the kids.
Right. But that's
Like I
that's
never understand that.
that's normal. That's everyday stuff though.
Yeah,
And
their
just to
relationship.
think about it like this. You think about it like this. Y'all most of our child's parents or whatever, they're basically local.
Yeah.
So in his case, if he got to see his son, he got to fly somewhere. He got to do some extra stuff. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
no,
Oh,
So
they
then
actually both stay in
it's
LA,
more
I think.
money for him. Or I don't know how it works. Like, oh, okay, you if you send my son, I'll pay for it that way. You send the son this way, I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like,
to be honest, I don't really have no sympathy. I guess I got less sympathy for celebrities, but I don't really
yeah,
have no sympathy for him because, like, if you see him in enough scenarios, videos, anything like that, he's not that smart. You know what I'm saying?
right,
He's
right.
very corny. You know what I'm saying? He's a goofy, but I be looking at people, and I'm a person that has to pay child support because you know what I'm saying. Me and my baby mama ain't together, and I had to take accountability. Like I seen some of the signs that let me know she might not be the best person. Could be a good mother, but not be the best person. And I was blinded. I mean, but I'm trying to curb my words because you know what I'm saying
Yeah.
YouTube. But I was blinded by the
And Black
kid. I was
Hills.
blinded. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is, I saw past that and then decided to have unprotected sex. And I got this big chain on. Nah, listen, bro. If she got you paying all this stuff, I listen. That's what you decided to mess with her because in the public eye, she looks like a very wholesome, nice young girl. She's doing the movies,
The
but
Mermaid.
mermaid, she done.
yeah, but then we're seeing stuff that like, oh, bro, this didn't just pop up. This didn't just pop up, dog. She been crazy.
You got blinded by the cuckoo.
Yeah, the cool news. And sometimes it don't even be that good. You just want it bad. It still stink a little
Yeah,
bit. That's the
yeah,
problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But you
It
do
still
want
got
it that
that.
Yo.
bad. Yeah.
It still got that. What's that smell in here? But you were desperate.
Yo.
That's a mission, though. It is like a real hunter
Yo, you
mission, though.
wildin', bro.
I'm for
It's a
real, dog. Y'all
balance.
know y'all been in this situation and you ain't got
Yeah.
no change in your pocket, but you like, why it smell like pennies in here? Yeah. It
Oh man. Oh
happens.
man.
Yo.
Yeah, but I think
Tune
also
into the
we're gonna.
stage, man.
I can get this podcast. I think also,
Yo.
yes, he's very corny, but it's been many videos that show like her being controlling
See
obsessively.
the thing about it
I
is the fact that he's a content creator, it's like you dealing with so many personalities because on your camera you might be this wholesome guy, but like you said, in the back where you can't see that, he probably is a woman beater and all this other stuff.
No, that would have been out. I really think that would have came out. I think that he really not
But
like
why?
that.
Okay, so why didn't it come out until they broke up and fighting custody battles?
Well, I mean, but it comes up for both of them though. We're not gonna act like evidence just only shows for one person. The evidence that they have against him is where
I
he's
mean,
like
this the
holding her
this kind of
arm.
this the same conversation we had pretty much with like the Diddy cases and R. Kelly cases. If I know
Right.
for if you put your hands on me the first time or you stick something up in me that I don't like, it's no second time, Brody.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
mean, put it like
problem.
this.
But that's
This,
not
I'm
true
gonna tell you what
though.
the issue is.
No,
I'm
I
gonna tell
know
you what
what
the
I'm
issue is.
saying is listen to what I'm saying. If I get into a physical altercation with a female, it's no second altercation because I'm leaving.
Right.
That's all
But
I'm saying.
listen, that's because you're strong minded and you're
Right.
not broke. What
Right.
happens is when, like, if say it was me, my tax bracket. If and everybody know I hate domestic violence, I hate any man putting his hands on a woman. But in my tax
Right.
bracket, if I smack Haley Berry, then oh she's leaving and she's calling the police and she'll never talk to me again. But with his money, like that's why I mean Diddy was wrong, but I feel like that's one of the reasons Cassie stayed around. Like,
Stayed.
I want to be a singer, I want to be a movie star, I want to be in the so that you kind of lose credibility for your accusations, even though they still deserve to be put in the ground. It devalues your accusation because you had an ulterior motive,
Motive,
and
yeah.
yeah, I feel at the end of the day, you right. If man, one time, if I raise my hand at my woman just because I got mad, she should leave me right then. Because next time, if she doesn't show me consequences, even if I raise my hand and pull it back, if she don't show consequences, I'm like, oh, well, next time I can go all the way. And the next
Right,
time I'm
right,
gonna hit
right.
it. Nah, when you see those tendencies, like Kat, when you said we found we can see that she's controlling, he knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like that just don't pop up. The problem is when you gotta when you whoever's weak, the other person's gonna take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And he's weak minded. You know what I'm saying? She's weak minded. So what happens is they put up with stuff because I think it's an insecurity. I may not be able to find nobody else. It's so many reasons, but like at the end of the day, it just breaks down to these people are not who we think they are. You know what I'm saying? So we look at them as rich and famous, and to some people they're important. But at the end of the day, they're just regular people with money, bro. They don't have the confidence.
Yeah. And
You know what I'm saying?
some of them got money too early. Like you
Yeah,
just don't
as
even know what to
kids,
do with it. Like
Like,
men
yeah.
don't
what
respect
Costa
women
net only
beaters at
like
all.
23?
They're young bulls, bro. Young
Yeah.
bulls
So
for
you
I
don't
hope
sure.
even
nothing
know what
comes
to do
out with
next.
him. I really like the way he
Yeah,
speaks. His
I like the
maturity.
way he put on other people too.
Yeah, I would hate for anything to come
I
out with
think
him, man.
I think
Because
I think he had spurts of like things happening because he had that situation with that porn star. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
nah,
That was before he got
Long.
his girlfriend.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like
that was a
before he
while
kind
ago.
of got taken off. She was like taking pictures of him. He was like, "Yo, leave me alone." And
Yeah, he paying
he
for
tried
stuff.
to
Yeah.
lie and say they ain't talk, but then she had pictures of them sleeping in the bed and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean that's little kid. That's little kid
Yeah.
stuff. That's like
Yeah, yeah.
Extortion.
Castanet is only 23, so he
yeah, he's
really
a little
took
kid.
off around
That's
20.
extortion.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he little.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's
I
a
have
little kid.
I have
23.
2 points
I
to
didn't
make.
realize it, but when I was 23, I was still a little kid. I thought like a little kid.
Yeah.
23, he's a little kid. Cause listen, a grown man ain't gonna get into them situations like that. First of all, I'm not gonna lie, cause I know lie. If I tell one lie and get caught, that makes all my truths invalid. So I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't have that like. I'm not gonna lie if I was with somebody. Like what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he made little kid mistakes, and I mean that's understandable. He's you know what I'm saying, but I'm not a fan of streamers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what I choose to watch. But for what I see from him, I respect that he's trying to open doors for other people. His story gravitated me to him, and he's very very humble, and he has a likable personality. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully he stay on the straight and narrow.
This only
So
I have 2 points. This only came out because DDG brought the son on the Casanat stream. I think that she's ignorant to think that you can date a streamer who streams their entire life, all of a sudden has a
and not
child with
stream
you
and
and
not
doesn't show
stream.
his child.
Yeah,
That's a
like
part of his life. Why
right,
would you
Well,
right.
hold
be
on.
all
Hey, I mean, now finish your statement. I'm sorry. No, pardon me.
in my opinion, if you're gonna like, that's a lack of accountability. It's a show of control. If you meet a person who does something, what you're now saying is that now that I have control over the situation, you're not gonna do it based on the merits of the son. You know what I'm saying? If a person before you met them made their entire success, you know him based off of his career,
Yeah,
which is
that's like
streaming.
dating me and then saying I can't practice in my
I
house.
can't. Yeah, that's like
Like, come
dating
on,
a
bro.
basketball player and being like, "Oh, well, you're not at home." Duh. What are you talking about?
Well,
Duh.
look,
But we was just
this is
talking
my
about
only.
that. Army people get praised for going away for 3 months.
Yeah, I
But
hate that.
Tom Brady that's going away trying to lock in for the season is he don't focus on his
Yeah,
wife.
he don't mess with his wife. It's like what?
This is
People
my
have to
thing. This is
go
my
and win
only
a belt.
problem. Hey, this is my only problem with what you said. First of all, I think there should be a conversation early in the game if you, like you should have it before you have kids, but sometimes mistakes happen. When you know she's pregnant, y'all should have a conversation if you know that's what they do. Like, all right, how do you feel about you know what I'm saying? Our kids being in the public on TV on streams. You should already have that. And once that's decided, I don't care if y'all argue for the whole 9 months about it. It has to come to some type of agreement. I personally feel like if you're that famous, you're that accessible, you're always out, and you have that much money, you should never. I should not see your kids. Your kids should not be monetized. You should not do it for the and he's so cute. We're gonna support him because he has no. We should not because, bro, just where I come from, and the background and the area place I lived in and how I know people operate. I feel like when you're a celebrity, sometimes it puts you in a bubble that you have to live with if you want to make those millions of dollars. And me, I don't even like, I just started showing my son when he gets a certain age. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel comfortable putting my kids out there because I'm going to always be a target because I have money. And now I'm putting my kids in harm's way in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm totally
But
against that.
this is why the friendship stage of it is
It's
very
important.
important.
See,
But
Hmm.
see, the thing about that is like you still people change every day, b.
I'm
Yeah,
So
not
yeah.
gonna
you
lie,
think you know
bro.
somebody and then it ain't that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is really a great segue, bro. This is a great
What?
segue.
Smashing on the first night.
This is a great segue because I was gonna
What?
literally say like, I honestly and I have a differential of how I feel about women when I build a friendship with them compared to when I don't. Like when I have
Right.
a friendship with them, I honestly want to see the best for them. Like now
Yeah.
we're still friends after this. Like even if we're not working out as a relationship, I still want to be friends. You know what I'm saying? We're still cordial. A girl who I'm not friends with, who I'm just screwing, after we done screwing, she disappears. You know what I'm saying? She's up out of
Right.
here. So like,
So what do y'all feel about that? Sex on the
man,
first night.
man,
Okay,
I
so
And
define.
hold
I
on,
want to go
and
last, bro.
Before we get into the define first night because it could be two different things. It's like
oh yeah, okay, it's two different scenarios. One
right,
scenario, I meet you at the club, I
yeah.
get your number, we vibe at the club, we having drinks, we chilling, and you come back with me after the club that same night. Or the scenario of we talk, we you know what I'm saying, we vibing each other, and we decide to go on a date. We go on that first date and that same night. Those are two
So
scenarios
basically, the
that can
first
happen.
time I see you,
The first, see,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. See, this is the
because
difficulty.
listen, if I meet you through a mutual friend or something like that, right? And we just been talking, and then we like each other the way we look. And the first time I see you, is that considered still a one?
Yes,
The first
yeah,
time?
that's the first time.
Oh,
The
yeah,
okay,
first time
okay.
you meet
Now
a
I just had
yeah.
to
person.
get. I just want a clarification before I say
Yes,
what I
the
gotta say.
first time you see the person,
I
or
personally think. Listen, man. As crazy as it sounds, I'm not into the waiting game only because I can wait 90 days and then I don't like it, and then it's over with.
it's over. Yeah,
Man, listen, I got a question. I got two questions. One question: have any of y'all bought a car?
yeah.
All right. Have you ever went to the lot, saw the car, liked it, and then start signing papers, or did you test drive it first?
I test drove it first.
Exactly. So I
That's
don't
my
have no
point,
problem
though.
with that.
I'm.
No problem with that.
That's
Now,
what I'm
listen,
saying. But I'm
I
not
just
gonna
saw that.
lie.
Did y'all see that
I'm not
comment?
gonna lie. The first time I make. depending on how it went, the first time it make me be like, oh yeah, we locked in now.
Hey, you ain't lying. Did y'all see that comment? I don't know if y'all missed that comment. She said, "Ain't
Oh,
no way I'm bumping
I
on the first night, the club night." Listen, y'all have no
so
idea.
let
I
me
don't even
so
say that.
hold
Y'all
on.
know.
I gotta ask her this question. So if
Uh
it's not
huh.
a club night, is it gonna be a night where you just met somebody y'all been talking, but the first time y'all linked up? Because that's why I was asking, because it's two different scenarios.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I gave them to this scenario.
Well, I think that it is more respectable where it's like the first time you meet up after having a conversation at least. Like I think it's disgusting either way. Both are
Man,
disgusting. If
Oh
you have
my
any care for
god.
yourself, bro, I'm trying to tell you, if you have any care for yourself, if you meet somebody for the first time and the first thing you do is like go have sex with them, bro, you're literally putting your life at risk. I'm a shaman.
mm,
Number one, in my religion, she's technically now your wife because you like had sex with her. But like also too,
I
like
got
you
a lot
don't
of
even know,
wives.
like yeah, you don't even know her energy. You don't even know who she be with. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't ask no type of
Man,
questions.
all
You
that
don't know
listen,
nothing. You're
you being
literally setting
political
yourself up.
correct right now, nigga.
No, that's how I
Well, no,
actually
he said his
feel.
religion,
I
so I
actually
respect
feel
that.
that
Oh,
way.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I actually
respect,
feel
man.
this way. I actually like there have been times where it's been like, okay, I met this girl and like I'm gonna screw her today. As a matter of fact, that's what happened with my baby mother. But it
Like
wasn't like
dog.
she got pregnant off the first one. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, in this situation, I met her today, I'm screwing her today, but I'm gonna see like how that goes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I say this, a lot of people that I talk to and currently it was the first night and we've been rocking.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if I go to Walmart, if I go to Walmart and see a bad joint on the cereal aisle, I'm like, dang, I'm like, yo, cute, like, yo, let me get your number. She give me her number. I go home and I call her and say, come through. If she willing, I will clap that night. I got a rubber. I'm protected. I look at it like this. The problem I have is when men do it or brag about it or speak about it, it's like, yeah, it's cool. When we find out that women do it, all of a sudden they nasty. No, it takes two to tango. I believe if you decide to do that on the first night, that's called being grown. Hey man,
So
listen,
at what point in you're having intercourse do you get rid of the you know what I'm saying?
get rid of what?
The Jimmy. You say you starting off with the Jimmy.
Oh,
What
I'm
point
always
what
using it until we decide
no
we
no
ready
no
to have
no
kids.
no. What I'm saying is what at what point do you say, okay, we locked in or wherever now it's time to take this motherfucker out.
No, the conversation is
Nah,
smashed on the first night. Hold on.
but no, no, no,
Hold on.
no.
See, this
Asking
That's
the
it.
nigga's a
question.
monster.
What
See,
the
no.
Oh no, no,
This
no.
is he
Listen,
lined himself. He lined himself. I don't know if you
how
heard
I'm
him.
asking a
He
general
said
question.
midway through, he snatched that jaw off. He crushing
No,
raw.
I'm saying
First
at what
night.
point at what no, when I'm not asking for that night. I'm saying at
at
what
what point
point
do
do
you
you
just
feel
say I can pull the condom
comfortable?
off?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
If
not
I
saying in that one night.
listen, if I feel like we are close enough to say I will put a ring on her finger, then yes,
I
I'll
think you
pull it off.
lying.
But
You're a
I
not.
monster.
think you lying.
You're a
I'm gonna
monster.
tell you
Yeah.
why. I'm gonna tell you
That's
why.
so far. That's so far. That's so
You know
far.
why? Can I tell y'all why I'm not lying? When I go to the club, when I go to the store, the grocery store, the corner store, I back in a parking lot every time. I back in that parking space so I can drive straight out. You know why? Because I'm not the best at pulling out. Ain't no way.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
make a mistake.
Hello?
I'm gonna make a
Hello.
mistake, bro.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
It,
Hello.
it
You all
feels
right,
good.
Justice?
Y'all say y'all want the
I'm not
entertainment.
gonna
I'm giving
lie.
you the real gay shit.
I thought you was gonna say something else. The reason why I back in parking spots so it's easy to leave out. It ain't got nothing to do
Yeah.
with none of that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to leave out. I may not be pulling out that. I may hit something on the way out.
that's just a general hood thing though. We is taught to never,
Yeah. You
you
gotta
know what
be
I'm saying? So I
quick
don't
on the
know where
exit.
you going. I don't know where you went with that one.
No, I'm scared to pull. I may not be able to best pull out. I may back into somebody. I may hit a pedestrian walking by. That's an analogy for I'm not good at pulling out on time.
You
My
gotta
problem
take
is
your
this.
hazards on.
I may look. I look. I make good money till having the baby is not what I'm scared of. Getting her pregnant is not what I'm scared of. I'm scared of having to get a shot. That's what I'm worried about. So I don't pull that rub off, even if we've been together for a while, because I don't trust her. She could be cheating. I don't put nothing past nobody. So I gotta feel like you about to be my wife,
Mm.
because I'm already paying child support. I've been after me and my girl broke up. Oh, it won't no going wrong on nothing. I won't gonna make that mistake again. So, oh no, nope, not happening.
I just think it's situational. If you grown enough and you decide you want to do something on the first day, have at it,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Have
I
at
don't
it.
believe there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, and I can take that, and like you spoke of religion, cat. I can take that back to a religious or a historical or a biblical way, because I don't think back in the day in the biblical times, you didn't go to a courthouse and pay money to get a license and then stand in front of somebody and
Amen.
say you didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in my eyes, it was it was a lot of premarital sex going on, because we didn't stand and say, hey,
But that
we're getting
wasn't
married.
marriage, brother. We're talking about government now. That's different.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm
I
sorry to
don't know.
interrupt you.
Yeah, I don't coincide with laws or government, because I feel like all the laws was made by corrupt people. So I just do what I can get away with and try not to get caught. So I don't really follow laws. Like,
Well, the
I am
earthly
saying,
laws, I do agree with
yeah,
that. The earthly laws, yes. I
yeah,
believe
I
that the
follow
Bible
morals. Like,
says,
I'm not gonna kill nobody. I'm not gonna steal nothing. But all the little other stuff, I don't care about.
yeah, but the Bible, see, that's a thing about how we view sex is a big part of America. In a lot
Yeah,
of places, they still have traditional views on how it's carried out and how marriages are carried out. In a lot of places, this is why they have arranged marriages, because adults sell their children's virginity to
yeah,
people for
yeah,
certain reasons. So
yeah,
a lot of people in biblical times, you have to work for the father, do enough work to where the father agrees that you can be the man to touch his daughter, to where
yeah,
when you do touch his daughter, that you're married. Going to a courthouse is a part of government, which is
yeah,
literally not real. That's like the
yeah.
law of the land, which is not like real though, because their land, their laws are literally France, Great Britain, Russia, wherever
Exactly.
else in the world.
Preach,
So like,
preach.
yeah, yeah. So that's
Yeah,
not real. You
yeah.
literally, every time you have sex with a woman, she becomes your wife. The Bible says when you enter into her tents,
Oh my God, how we get
when
here?
she, uh,
It's life though. It's real.
when a woman
Oh
lets you
man.
enter into her tents, that is when you become her husband. And literally, it's always a deflowering process. Usually the man who deflowers the woman is the it's supposed to be the husband, but that's not how we view sex in America. Sex in America now is like torn apart by like porn, by like marriage, by like money. So like things that people want, resources and things of that nature, instead of like actual rule. That's a legit rule. You don't know whose energy you're taking on when you have sex with a woman. Sex is energy transfer. You don't know what you're taking on having sex with people you don't know nothing about. So
So I
yeah,
got a question, Ken. I got a question for you. All right. So are you saying you don't believe in premarital sex?
well, I believe that sex is marriage. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
So
So check this out.
going to a courthouse to
You
get
always thought
marriage
like that?
papers. No, not always, but
Oh,
I came into the truth. Going to a courthouse to get papers to tell somebody that you love this person is not marriage.
Yeah, not at all. But this is my
Marriage
question.
is when you actually do the acts of marital acts.
Now, this is the reason I asked that question. Only because I think the idea of fornication and it being wrong, it doesn't make sense and not necessarily fair, especially by Bible terms. Because of the simple fact, if we talking about the Bible, people say you're not supposed to get divorced. Once you get married, you're there for life. And like you said, if you have sex, then you're officially married in a way. Well, my problem is on both sides. If that's the case and we're not supposed to be intimate until that day, that is not fair to either person, because on a man's side, what if you've been abstinent this whole time, haven't seen or touched the person, you get married, now we're locked in for life. We go to consummate and she stinks or he got a shrimp. Now this person got to be with him for the rest of their life. That ain't
But
fair.
this is the whole point. It's not about it being fair.
yo.
I get the rule, but What if the entire point of that is the entire
Listen,
point
listen,
of
listen.
that
I
is
don't want I don't want to drag this topic.
no,
We
I
like
get it, but let me finish. The
go ahead.
entire point of that is if you actually love a person, then you'll work through that. So hopefully you would have put
Whoa.
enough time in to where
Well,
like you
me
actually care
personally,
about this person
I gotta
enough
try
to be like,
run it. I gotta try run it before I
see,
make
but
Yes,
this is
I
the
got to do
difference.
7-day
But
trial.
this is the difference for men and women. Men can have many wives. I don't like monogamy. The idea of that is Americanized. Nowhere in the world
Yeah.
other
Well,
other than that.
I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna close the segment out with this.
Uh
I've had times the first night it ends up in a relationship. Sometimes it's just a one night thing for real.
huh.
So it's just about how you feel or you vibe with that person. But
Let's protect yourself.
I
Let's
also
protect
believe the
yourself.
fact that we are in the era of social media, you somewhat do get to know somebody before you link up with them or have a conversation. Or you have had several conversations. So
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Yeah,
it's not like you just literally linking up.
blind.
Now the club situation is that's really like a one night. But now social
Yep.
media is a effect. You can really get to know somebody before you kind of pull up on them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
Stefon Diggs and Cardi B. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So look, she jumped.
Oh my
Okay, so
God.
she jumped on live. She jumped on the spaces and basically said she wasn't really tripping about him cheating. It's just like the whole you cheating with somebody lesser than me. But when I was listening, I'm like, yo, who is lesser? Like who
Thank
can
you.
you upgrade from her?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. A
You would
lot.
have to be no. We're not doing
What?
that. We're
What?
not doing that. We're not doing that. When I'm not talking about what you perceive her or whatever, however she looked to you. I'm talking about status wise. You would for you to date up status wise, it would have to be Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, some like you really can't get like it's like I get her point, bruh.
Uh,
But my only thing is, if you just not a good person and somebody in the hood that I used to date with acts better than you, then I'm not really going lesser. But status wise, she was just basically like, yeah, he be messing around with chicks that like wouldn't be able to stand by me, wouldn't be able to talk by me. And then you seen the thing where basically she got the son the same hairstyle as Stefon Diggs. Y'all
that's
seen
my
that?
problem. That's that. Listen, he that to me. This is Offset's fault. You knew that this woman got on camera and said, "I used to drug dudes and then rob them, and I would still do it again." You knew that. You don't tell me that. We heard the story for the first time. Oh, he knew that, and this is the person you decided to put a ring on. You just not gonna. That's his fault. He knew he was dealing with, and like that. Listen, man. That I'm not mad at him for how he's reacting. Like, don't play with my like Stefon Diggs. He should have a problem with this. As a man, like yo, I'm not getting involved in y'all little petty stuff.
Right,
Like, nah,
right,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
get the same. Like, he's corny too.
And
Like,
also, you remember the footage from the boat?
yeah.
They kind of now the NFL is investigating that because they trying to say that pink stuff was coke. So
Listen,
his
And
contract is
Somali
in
or
jeopardy
something.
right now.
that is a great thing. That is a very good thing because of the simple fact we was talking about this last time, Cat. Me and you was debating. You have to realize when I'm getting a certain amount of money, I need to grow up. I need to act like I got some sense. Why are you on the boat doing that? Like, first of all, I wouldn't even want that to be video recorded or online or anything because I want my coaches and my players that I'm on the field with to think that I am working. I'm getting my body right.
Boom.
I'm exercising. I'm not even
Mhm.
letting that come out.
That's the
Like, he's
point.
immature and he's retarded.
That's the point. Nothing
Like, that
else.
aggravates me.
You can live your life, but everybody does everything right now for the camera.
Yes.
Had that just been something he did that wasn't on camera, nobody would care.
And I think
It's
that's
the fact
Cardi.
that
And then
no, it wasn't Cardi.
just him knowing that you are an NFL star You should know them cameras is out everywhere you go.
Everywhere you
Yeah.
go.
So if that, I'm not saying it's coke because I'm not the like the social media police, but
Yeah, but you gotta be on the
if you
boat
knew
though.
that was coke, you shouldn't have had that out like that.
But
Somebody
no, this is the
knows,
problem.
bro.
What
Somebody's
is it?
on the boat with a camera out. Why
Yeah,
are
because
you on
No,
the
what?
like
boat
you
with a
said though,
camera out?
what is it? Because now we got
It
to
ain't
figure out
Pixie
what it
Sticks.
is.
It ain't Pixie Sticks. What is it? That's the
Right.
thing. Like, if I'm an NFL player and I'm on a boat, and I know y'all gonna think I'm tripping or lying, but if I'm on a boat and I see any drugs, oh, I don't need to be on that boat, or y'all need to chill on that. Because if that's Cardi's boat, that means I'm with Cardi. We got the power. Nope.
Right.
If y'all gonna do that and not pull your phones out, or we
And
gonna
if we
collect
being
from you.
honest,
Yeah, he did it though. He
Besides
handed it
Cardi
out.
B, I'm the one with the most money on this motherfucker.
Yes. Like, is y'all tripping?
Yeah, but he
Like
the one
that.
who did it though.
But no, I mean, if you seen the first footage that came out on that boat was he wasn't in it, but it was Cardi, and she had footage of these girls dancing on her. It was like three girls leaning on her, dancing, showing her on the boat. And then that's when footage came out of him on the boat. And I think he may have put the other footage out. But my thing is, if and I hate to bring his name up, but they said Diddy had a boat party before. And when you get on his boat, before you get on, it's a person in the front with bags that are collecting phones. That's
Right.
what's happening if I'm doing a boat party. If
Yeah,
I got that much money, oh, phones is in the bag until we get off that. You ain't going live. You ain't doing none of that because that situation just happened.
So let me ask you this: when he was talking to the three chicks, do you believe he really knew somebody was recording? Because it looked like he ain't know, kinda like he was just having conversation.
straight from across you though.
It looked
Like
like he was. It looked like he did.
you're
It looked like he was
literally
stuck.
set across a
It looked
person
like
who
he was
has a
trying to stunt.
Yeah, it looked like he was flexing a little bit.
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
like he
Yeah.
had three
I mean,
women sitting next to
I'm just
him
asking point of
across
view.
from a camera. Get out of here.
I'm
Put
just
like this,
asking
you
for
know.
point of views, man. I'm
Put like
asking
this.
for your
I'm
point
gonna
of view.
assume. I ain't gonna assume. I've been around. I'm gonna assume you cat, but I've been around. Don't. I've been around Damo. We in real life. We ain't corny. We cool in real life. People look at us as cool in real life. We all know when somebody has a camera phone when we're in the club or anything and they going live. So the cool thing to do is not to look at the camera. You supposed to look like, oh, this is just me. I'm natural. I don't even know the camera on. That's what we
Mhm.
do. We know that. We don't look in the camera and flash and know what I'm saying, show our rings and that's little kid. That's corny stuff. We gonna act like we don't see the camera so it looks genuine. It looks like somebody just caught us off guard and we just having fun. That's what you're supposed to do. He knew that camera was there. He
Yeah,
knew that camera was
but if you're handing around bags of pink substances that people don't know what they are they're gonna question, then there shouldn't be any cameras on. Don't video me doing nothing. I'm trying to
there. Hey,
enjoy
look,
myself on the boat.
hey, yo, you know what he better say?
There shouldn't be
I'm
no
sorry, man.
footage.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this in the most I'm not gonna say the word, the G word, but he just need to come out and say that was Pride Month BC powder. That's what he need to say. It was Pride Month BC powder. It was pink BC powder. They celebrating Pride Month, and that's for people that had a headache. Like something. Like it's no way to explain that, bro.
You better say something. I don't think he can.
There's no way
I
to
mean,
explain that. And
shoot.
I'm a 49er fan. He don't play for us, and in case we got to play for them,
Hey,
I want to
that's what's
win.
up.
So
That's
yeah,
what's
just
up.
sit him down. Sit him down for a little
49ers. That's
while.
what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. We the
No,
nation.
no, no,
But
no.
sit him down for a little while.
He played, or he's supposed to be playing for the Patriots.
I don't think. Do we see them? I don't think we see them this year. I seen them. Yeah, I don't think we seen them this
Stefon
year.
Diggs will be playing for
Yeah,
the
cause
Patriots this year.
he just got that guaranteed money. Like that ain't like you
Yeah,
said. That ain't no rapper money. You
Well,
ain't gotta wait for sales.
here is
yeah.
my devil's advocate to everything. I do enjoy when black people have money that they flaunt as if they're untouchable. Um, I that's why I think I'm a continued fan of Kanye. Like I know he says a lot of crazy things, but like the fact that you've accumulated this empire for yourself, where it's like you can say anything and you're kind of unstoppable as a black man. I kind of big that up personally. So like
I
yeah,
don't think he's
I'm on
unstoppable
the boat
anymore.
being Tony Montana with five pretty women doing anything I say. Like I big it up. It is dumb
Put
though,
like
cause
this. I don't think I was like you. Even though Kanye was saying crazy stuff, I was like, man, I'ma still check out his music. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of his music. I'm gonna try to separate the two. He ain't got no pedophile accusations or nothing that would make me say I'll never listen to him again. But the moment he decided to joke and talk about Jay's kids, and not just because it's Jay, but any special needs, or if you think a child is autistic or have any disabilities, and you joking them and you're talking about them, or you exposing that when the family didn't, you are forever a cornball, a sugar honey iced tea person. You are the worst person in the world. And now I don't want you to get those views on YouTube. If any, I don't even want to hear your music no more because I have nothing to relate to you about. That was my biggest problem. Once he did that, I don't care if he apologized. Ain't no apologizing for that. Once he did that, that was the straw. Like, yeah, he really whack in real life, and I can't even relate to him. I can't listen to his music. Like that was the worst thing I've ever seen him do.
I get that. I didn't want to make it about Kanye. I'm just talking more about like just like when black people accumulate a certain amount of wealth, and because you have that, you can finally live like the free life. Like that's what like
Yeah,
living free is. I think
yeah,
there the problem for freedom on in the situation is the camera.
yeah,
You like
yeah,
if you're afforded the resource to be on a boat, to have somebody drive you, to have five women who are beautiful around you, to have the access to get certain things and resources. The only thing that's the problem that's hindering you from being super free is the camera.
yeah. You're
Everybody
right.
wants to do everything for clout, for a video,
Yeah,
for a memory. Sometimes it's like sometimes you gotta live in the moment, bruh. Like
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Everything for the camera is not great, bruh. It I think it's gonna have a big determining factor on what's gonna happen going forward. Like, yeah, you do get a lot of guaranteed money, but I think that somehow, some way, something's gonna happen to his contract because
Oh,
they're
I
not gonna
listen.
have that. You know what I'm saying? As a representation for a team captain, because that's what they really got him for. With Drake May being the quarterback, he really is like an offensive team captain, and you doing
Hey,
stuff
I'll
like
tell you.
that.
You don't think it's a clause in there, even with the guaranteed money with these athletes?
No,
Well,
as
I
far as he's
I
mean,
not.
the
wouldn't.
only
No,
problem with him is that he done had too many max out contracts. So I'm
he's
not
had a
saying he done.
couple. Yeah,
I don't say he need. I'm not going to act like nobody needs 60 million, but I think
Yeah,
he's okay if he don't. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you
I
still
say
And
can't
the
take
this.
it
and the
away.
and the crazy part about all of this, even if he don't, if he magically just don't be with the Patriots, he's gonna still find a job somewhere.
Listen,
Yeah,
I would say
somewhere.
this. It's two things I would do. First of all, I'm not surprised if they have these guaranteed contracts that say it doesn't become active until this. Like you can't sign a guaranteed contract today, get caught, be attempted murder or something like that tomorrow, and then that guaranteed money, like it has to start on OTAs or it becomes active your first game. I think they really put clauses in like that. But I think also when it comes to like this so-called guaranteed money and this if I was the Patriots, if I'm still gonna have to pay you guaranteed money, but you did something like this and I don't want you to play for us. Oh, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep you on the team because like how the Steelers kind of did, I think Le'Veon Bell at one time. Like I'm gonna keep you on the team. You're not gonna play. So hopefully in my eyes, I'm the Patriots because I feel like I'm robbed now. Hopefully you're gonna be a shell of yourself next year. Like I'm gonna try to make sure everything happens that next year when I'm able to get out this contract, you have no value. No team's gonna want you. Like I want to destroy your career because I just spent $100 and some million for you to do this, and now the NFL is spending you can't play, and you think you're just gonna go to another team, still collect my guaranteed money, and continue your
Well,
career?
what made I think okay, so let me say this. The problem is now I think Cardi B is like officially done. So she wants to go that what she been saying is they basically been talking. It's just, once you get separated, you don't really tell the world. It's kind of like how Remy and Pat was like
Yeah,
we thought they was together the whole time, but they really been done like 2, 3 years ago.
yeah, yeah.
So she's just deciding to publicize her and Stefon Diggs, but they've been talking. So I feel like she is a part of the problem now because I don't know him to be a camera out dude. I think that only happens because she's in the picture now.
I don't remember seeing him on camera like that until
That's
this.
what I'm. You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I've
That's
been saying she's
that's
a problem though.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it all started with everybody was shaking who knows what on that boat. That was
Yeah.
the first video we seen, and then it's like, oh, now that they're dating, she can't be on that boat by herself. And then later on, you see him talking to three different women with some pink something, whatever he got going on.
But look, even before that, the problem was that he was inserted and she continued to let himself be inserted in this offset Cardi B, Stefon Diggs triangle in the internet, Twitter, all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, if I'm the Patriots, I'm their PR. I don't want this distraction. I don't want people coming in there in the OTAs instead of asking you about the game and how you're prepping for the season.
Right?
They're
Because
like, so
now in the locker room, it's like, yo, I just seen you with Cardi B on the boat.
yeah, that's a
Niggas ain't talking
distraction, bro.
about
But if
niggas ain't
that's
talking
his
about the play.
girlfriend, no, we're not doing that, bro. When Travis Kelsey was dating Taylor Swift, you think that the people wasn't being like, "Hey, bro, you think I can get concert tickets to?" Come on,
Yes,
bro,
I do
stop
think that.
playing.
Yes,
But
yes,
no,
I
no,
do.
Stop.
no.
It's the
That's the
same
thing.
thing.
That's why I said it's Cardi's fault because what we didn't see any of them on. We didn't see Kelsey or Taylor on film.
But
First
because
of
she's
all,
not a person like that though. Taylor's
but
not
no,
a
she's more
internet
famous.
person.
Yes,
No, what
she
I'm saying is
is.
she's more famous. What we didn't see is we didn't see her in a scandal. We didn't see her doing stuff like it's the personality of the people. Like she ain't gonna be on no boat with no pink powder substance. No, we
With a
didn't see them
camera
in.
She's not even
on,
gonna be on a boat with people half naked, bro.
yes, she
But no,
would.
this
She
the
just wouldn't
thing.
have a camera on, bro.
If
Come
I'm
on,
Stefon,
bro.
I'm telling Cardi, like, look, keep me out of this. I don't care if somebody brings you up in the comments. Don't post me. Like, don't
Right.
post me. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
that's Cardi B fault because he's not he
yeah,
don't he that's her that's what she does. She brings
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's
That's
more
it's her
so
fault.
I don't know, like you said, whoever boat that was, I'm pretty sure it's the person with the most money. I don't think that's
Mhm.
nobody. I don't think you on a random boat.
Oh,
I
I
think
think
it's
he
his
bought that boat.
boat. It's
Yeah,
his
I think
boat.
he paid for all that.
I have a cat take, and you might not like it, but whatever. You want to hear it?
We like cat taste. We love cat
No,
taste.
no,
You want to hear it? Look,
no,
Hell
I
yeah,
don't.
cat take.
I do.
Cat take is. I think it's a weird reason that she even went public with Stefon Diggs. Rumor has it is that she's actually pregnant with his baby. There's a lot of
I would
allegations
believe
going on
that.
with him. There's a lot of allegations that's going on with him. I think if that was her on the other side of the camera, it was to show why she's gonna eventually leave him.
Hey,
It's gonna
I'm
be
not
like
mad at
an actual reason as into why, like, well, I can't be associated with that, but I went public with him because, and she gonna
Hey, can
pop
I
out
ask y'all
with
a
what?
question? I got a question. Don't it seem weird that she is? If we're agreeing on one thing, she's supposed to be. She said she wasn't mad at at Offset for cheating. She was mad at him for cheating down, right?
Yes.
All right. So it's weird to me that if you're on a boat, even when you're with Cardi or your girl, period, just say your girl. My girl, we're on a boat. My girl is not gonna be comfortable with five girls laying up on me, shaking up on me, twerking on me, doing all this stuff. Now
Yes,
you could
But
be
she
like,
is. If she
now
like that,
listen. I
if she
always
like
said
that,
this though. Cardi B wants to be with somebody that's gonna be honest. It's not about what they're doing because
now
the
look,
biggest. Go
no,
if
the
ahead.
she like
problem is
that,
you saying that she was mad because he cheated down. So
No, no,
is
no, no,
she
no, no,
admitting
no,
that those
no,
other
no.
girls
I was
are
speaking
equal
on
or
no, no,
better?
no, no. Hold on. You can't twist my words.
Okay, now
I'm
what do you say?
saying I'm saying that's what she said for the last situation, saying he's a liability. But
Okay, okay.
I believe that Stefon Diggs is honest about what he does. And we all know we dealing with a chick and we honest to them, they're pretty much
she
accepted if
respects
they
it.
really like you.
Yeah,
The
she respects it.
problem is that okay, you're dating, you're cheating down, but then you're acting like you're faithful in the public eye.
Yeah, so you're
I,
That's the
lying to me
problem.
and you're going down. So it's
Right.
like you ain't even go to
I
this
think
level.
Stefon Diggs is like, yo, we both got money. You coming out of a relationship. I know you just want to have some fun. I ain't really in no relationship. I ain't far as we know. Hey, let's just hang out.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the problem with that. So you're saying that Stefon Diggs doesn't mind if she messes with other people
No,
too.
no, 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 no. I didn't say that. I said I think she's okay with it because he's being honest. I
I
think the problem is was with Offset is that he lied about it.
Yeah,
But
but
no, this is my problem.
I
What
think
I'm
there
saying
was a
is, so
point. There was a
is she
point
accepting?
where, yes, there was a point in time when they
She
dated
did
before they
accept it
went
though,
public where she did accept. If you do
because
have another girlfriend, it's okay. The same way that he gotta be like, well, you're not my only
this
girl,
is
and
what
she
this.
can't be like, yeah,
Hold
I'm
on,
Cardi. Come on,
listen.
man.
This was one time. The one y'all remember that time she said, "Yo, if I was really out here cheating and
Everybody would know.
as famous as I am, don't you think everybody would know?" So at
No.
that
They would.
by saying that, that's saying she accepted it at that point.
She absolutely knows.
Listen.
Everybody would know.
Hold on. Now I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why she BSing in that regard. Because let's say a nobody, somebody that nobody knows, goes into a hotel and knows that what room it in, already got a key delivered to them or somehow, and they just walk into that hotel and go up to the room. If she shows up an hour later, it's planned, she shows up an hour later and goes in a hotel, nobody's gonna know what room she in. Half of them hotels you can't even get it up that high unless you have a key. You get up there, so she can, man, look, people can move around without nobody knowing. They just don't have to be seen together stepping outside. Oh, she can cheat. She can cheat. You know what I'm saying? My
Well,
thing
I'm
is
just
this,
saying, based on the statement, she was basically saying, "I'm okay with this."
man, listen, I've always said I don't think it's a necessarily cheating. I know what you mean by cheating down as far as the status and what's the name, but I don't think
Yeah,
she's that bright. So if he finds somebody cute with a little more sense, he is not downgrading. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the
But
end,
her
that's how our
argument is not
mindset.
personality; it's
Do
status
you
wise.
think that's his fan base? Cute with
I
a
wouldn't
little
even
bit
say
of
it's fan
sense.
base.
I think his fan base is girls that he meets after the club. Hey, you look
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Get
but
in the car.
I don't think you always have to be with your fan base because I know this is an old couple, but I don't look at Snoop's wife and look at her as the same as his fan base. A lot of these rappers don't have women, they're not married to women that are like their fan base. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like he could be that type of rapper and have that type of fan base, but he probably wants far. He sees that all the time. He wants far from what he has. And I think he realized that a long time ago in his relationship and realized like through the marriage, like, I may have made a mistake. Like, I don't want to see this every day. I don't want to be around this every day. And I think that could lead to somebody wanting to
But
cheat.
see,
You know what's crazy? You
my
just
only
proved my
problem
point.
is that I think sometimes when we look at celebrities, we take out what's real and what we really go through on a day to day basis. How many
Yeah.
females we actually dealt with that they accept things if we just be honest?
Zero.
Nah, I can't
Okay.
agree
No,
with you.
it's
Listen.
If I'm
everything
Hold on.
can't
honest,
be
I'm gonna
hold on,
generalized.
let me finish. If I'm honest
uh,
with a female, more than likely she either respect it or she roll out. If I lie and she finds out, that's worse. Cause it's like you could have just told me.
okay. Well, look. This is my another one of my little theories. I think women set men up to lie. Women are the reason men lie because this is the problem. We know as men, majority of us, what we want. So if a woman says, I've been with a woman that said, look, just be honest with me. Tell me what you want. If you just want to smash, just tell me that. If you want to be in a relationship, just tell me that. And the first time I said, all right, I'm glad I can be honest. I just want to smash. Well, that ain't what I'm into. I don't want to talk to you. That's not what I'm here for. Like you just that's all you want. And then she
Right.
walked away. The next girl, she said, Jason, just be honest with me. Tell me if you just want to smash, we can smash it. If you just let me know what's up. I was like, nah, I really like you. And then I smashed. So it's the problem, like you tell us to be honest, but then we'll be honest,
Yeah,
what we
I
want
agree though.
doesn't happen.
A lot of females do stuff to get to a point. I think men just really just mellow things out.
Man, shoot, I know what I want.
Like I was
And
just having that conversation about, not to get back to battle rap, but just a quick segment. Like I'm not gonna not promo my league to prove a point that you need to. No, I'm still gonna promo because it's money through the door. So I think a
yeah.
lot of times with females is that they do stuff to test you when they really just should let things flow.
Oh yeah, but see, I listen. I always say I never cheated on a test because I never got caught. So at the end of the day, I think everything is a test. So you want to play them games? I'm gonna play them games with you, and I'm going to lie to get what I want. And then when I get what I want, I'm gonna see, okay, is she capable or is she not? Because she gonna do the same to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't realize. You know how they say that's not your girl. That's just it's just your turn. I look
Yeah.
at it like girlfriend and boyfriend relationships, it's like leasing a car. You get a 6 month lease. Every 6 months or 6 weeks, you get to evaluate where you want to keep this person. They ain't yours until you get the title. So at the end of the day, I treated all like that when I was single. I treated it all like that. Like, oh nah, we ain't married. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm not missing out on opportunities. I'm not missing out on nothing. I'm just not gonna get caught. And then if I decide, oh, this is what I like, and I'm not gonna do that to her, that's a sign that she's really somebody that I'm focused on. And yeah, I'm gonna chill out. But nah, I ain't never went in no situation blind, just trusting a woman or trusting anybody's word. I stopped. I did what I did until I decided I'm gonna put a ring on that finger. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think just the honesty is the main thing in this. I just
but yeah,
think
you're
like,
right. You're right. You should be honest. It saves a lot of headache. But
I think they just we both got money because we gotta call a spade a spade. He has way more money than Offset.
then both of them, for real. Then both
Yeah,
of them.
Now Cardi
yeah,
got some good money though. She got some good sponsorship money.
But it's the
oh
thing,
yeah,
She
sponsorship,
got a lot of bread. She got a lot of bread.
sponsorship. But the problem is those sponsorship aren't guaranteed contracts. If they don't like what they see in the media, they can end that contract and say, yeah, we don't want to deal with you no more. You're not good for our brand. He got guaranteed money. And his money is built off of talent. Her money is built off of other people putting her together. Because I don't believe she write all them raps. You know what I'm saying? If she lose her looks tomorrow, she won't sell another record. We know how they treat women in the game. You know what I'm saying? Long as he got a talent and he's healthy, he's gonna make that money. Her career could end tomorrow. If we being honest, we see
yeah,
rappers go broke all the time.
yeah. I think she too. I think she's too pop into the pop culture to go broke though. Like, I think she can still get on social media and make a couple dollars doing something, even if
I
Cardi
she
mean,
got to
well,
B
I
sign
is
think
up
she
one
for
does
of the
got
Love
those.
and Hip
biggest
Hop.
names in
She don't
social
got those
media, bro.
slow diehard fans. There's a lot of her diehard fans that you know what I'm saying ain't got the ain't can't write their name right on an IQ test. So
That's
I'm
but
pretty sure though.
see, but this is what I'm saying. You proved my point earlier by saying that um the fans compared to the wife. When
Uh huh.
Offset met Cardi B, he felt like she was a fan.
Yep. Yep. You right. You
See,
right. I ain't mad
that's a
at that.
comment that I made before. That's how he felt about her. Then that's why he just
Because they
carried
were
it
bigger
like
than
that.
Cardi at that time. They were bigger than Cardi.
See, all right, thank you. All right, but look, um,
You right. You right.
um,
I think he did look at her as a
I
fan because he was.
think
They
she,
were,
man, I think that he is an upgrade for her.
yep.
I think that because he has the money, but I don't really think that she gonna be with him though. I don't think she gonna be with
Put
him.
it like this. Do y'all think if the Migos were still together and they were still popping like they was before, that she would have this much problem with him? Because it seemed like when things start, it seems like a lot of women do this. When you up, they can ignore stuff and they treat you like a king. But when stuff starts, you have a problem or a rough patch. Now they start talking to you different. They start, you know what I'm saying, telling you like having a little more boisterous. And like the more she became bigger, it's like she showed him a little less respect to me. Like the dynamics of the relationship changed.
But don't also act like, as a man, you know that there is a man outside right now who has the ego, and when something happens in their life, they start to act bashful and start to push people away, even the closest people
Yes,
to them.
yes, that is
So
a
I can
fact.
imagine that when that happened to take off, now him and Quavo are beefing. You know what I'm saying? You can imagine the ego that he has, the way he's talking to people during a situation like that. But you can't take back what you say.
Now I
You
gotta.
can't.
This is another thing, yo. This is another thing. I take it back to also being like Offset's fault. You know, this is that they recently they split up before and then they got back together. Now if when they was going back and forth, and I don't care what Offset said, he didn't say nothing about nobody that won't hear no more. But when she put out those tweets and started insinuating that she had something to like she had a relationship with Takeoff or something about Takeoff, when she mentioned him and started saying stuff about that and don't make me exposed, and he got back together with her after that, that's when I realized he was goofy too. Like it's no way. I don't know if y'all remember them tweets and what she was saying about Takeoff and you know what I'm saying. Like me and Takeoff used to
Yeah,
talk all the
like
time about
he's the
this.
better one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. When he said that, when she said that, oh, it's no coming back from that. We would have split up right then and never got back together. You did this onto the world. Nah, he knew from the jump she was an ain't-ish person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's his fault to stay in these positions. Like, I'm not with that. As soon as I see you ain't-ish, I'm leaving. We only have one life to live. I'm not wasting no years, months, or days with nobody.
Yeah, but now we're talking about the balance of love and being with somebody for resources.
You right. You
Because
right.
I feel like it's mutually beneficial. He
Yeah.
enjoyed at a certain point in his life saying, I am dating a Brooklyn blood or Bronx,
Yeah.
wherever you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You right.
And I think she enjoyed saying I date Amigo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that
Yeah.
equally to them is mutually beneficial. I think that she was what she like she did, like separated it where it's like if she would be with anybody, people would know. I really do believe that she feels that way. If she was to go be with anybody, everybody would know. Like Cardi B
Because
is
she
a
was
big enough
smart.
name where it's like honestly, I think that there's probably like 4 or 5 women I can think of where it's like everything that they do, everybody's gonna know. You know what I'm
I do
saying?
gotta
Like
look.
she's
You a
one of
very
them.
insightful dude. You very insightful. So I'm gonna take it this. Do you think that either one of them, like they grew apart, like either one of them matured faster than the other? Like, cause I feel like the Cardi I'm seeing now is the same Cardi I seen from the jump. He doesn't. He seems a little more reserved. I don't. I didn't really follow the Migos like that, but he don't seem like the
I
party
mean, he
animal.
was always
Wild
the
out.
one
No,
that was. He was always the one locked up, so
Cardi.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he
Okay.
Cardi
wasn't really
B
gonna do too much.
matured more. I think that this is
Okay.
her revenge tour
Okay.
because
Okay.
she had a bunch of children by a man who didn't do her right. And now she's in the spot where she's like, well, I'm going to go live my life now and show you that I'm having fun. And he
Okay.
is in the spot where it's like, oh, well, I've been cheating. Because, like,
I've been having
he's
fun. I'm
not,
cool.
yeah, he's been doing this, but now he's sad because you used to have your cake and eat it too. And now it's like, no, now I can only have the cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, my
You
cake
think
is
he's
only
sad?
this. Yes, I think he is sad. Bro, imagine this, right? Imagine if you have a A tier list rapper chick.
Yeah, because you can't date under her status
You
wise,
cannot get any like
unless
there
it's
is no
Beyonce,
bigger than
Mariah
that.
Carey.
There's no bigger than that. Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj. Literally, there's nobody bigger than that. So everything that he shoots for literally has to be under that. And it's nothing like it's not even possible. It's like the Oprah conversation. Can Oprah date somebody who's just like a regular dude? I mean, Stedman, I guess, but in real conversation, especially if a woman was at this conversation, they would say date somebody equally yoked. So that means Oprah can only date a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like he would
What-
literally, you're gonna have to go to the depths to go like the chances of who you're gonna pick at that point slim completely.
I
He
think
got
we're
her at the
assuming
right
that.
time.
I think we're assuming that he's superficial, and he might be. But in my eyes, if I'm getting rid of something that was disrupting my peace, and I'm back living my life, like I think, okay, I was kind of sad for a little while when me and my baby mama split, but it was more of a sad of me not being around my kids because on the other side of that, man, I was going crazy. I ain't been single in 10 years, 10, 12 years. Oh, I was knocking them down like bowling pins. So I was actually really happy. I hate when females say,
That
This
look,
guy's crazy,
y'all hear when
man.
women say, oh, he's with a whole lot of women, he's unhappy? That is a lie. That is a lie. I was far from unhappy, but it was the peace that I gained from getting away from her that I feel like he may be not as I don't think he's sad, man. Like she shows me she's toxic. She shows me she does things for the camera and she's vindictive. Like that's not a I hate to be in a situation where I feel like I have to be nice to somebody that's bad, that's mean to me because they know some of my secrets and I don't want them to put it out. Like, no, I feel like he's at peace for real. He's having the time of his life. Like, he not broke. If he was broke without her, he probably would be unhappy. I think
I'm
he's
trying to.
cooler.
Shout out to
I,
them, man. Shout out to them. I hope they get it
Yeah.
together.
I need to
Last
count
topic
it
for the
down,
night,
bro.
man. Last topic for the night, cause
All right.
I don't want to drag too much stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Gnome 15. We finally got a
Uh-huh.
gnome battle where we feel like it's a battle. We got Rock
Hold on, I
versus
did. Hold
Real
on. I
Sick.
like the other one.
You do like the other ones?
I like Eunice versus Chess. That has a
Okay,
little
okay.
backstory. They've been talking. I like Eunice versus Chess.
Yeah.
I think it shows Eunice if he can operate on a big stage in front of that New York crowd. I'm hoping we get a easy to block Captain versus Chess type battle where Chess don't throw up or choke. Like he, you know what I'm saying? I want that. I think this is going to be a very good quality battle. If both of them, well, if Chess shows up, I think Eunice is going to show up.
Right, right.
Fonz and John John, I like that. I think Fonz deserves it, and I think John John is not gonna come play. John John is one of the people like Ill Will. They're hard to beat. I like when John John battle. The only one I don't like was a disappointment was T Top and Miss Hustle.
Yeah, yeah, that fell out the sky.
Real Sick and Tay
But
Rock
I
is
think, but
fire
you
to me.
know, just the simple fact that they went back and forth, that I guess you can kind of consider that
Who went back and forth?
they've been going back and forth on Twitter.
That's because
You gonna
they
sell a
pulled the
fight?
demo. Beasley pulled the demo. They set the battle up, and then he said, "Look, y'all need to go back and forth, create some energy, so people like this battle because the response wasn't good."
Set the Damo up is crazy.
Yeah, he pulled the demo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better promote and say something. They trashing us in the comments.
Yo.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, I like the, I think that's probably the only one I don't really like, but I really like the Rock and Sick.
Oh yeah. You
That
know they've
one,
been talking
that
since
one,
Civil
yeah,
War. Rock first
yeah,
mentioned them
yeah.
in Civil War. I follow it till I know the backstories and I see how it came about. But this is a battle that Real Sick deserves. But I think this is also a battle that URL is looking like they've been watching Real Sick. Because they ain't been high on Real Sick. Like they ain't been really been booking him like that, even though he deserves it. But they've been watching him snap on TBL, snap on King of the Dot.
I have to do a Damo take though, man. It might be a
Okay,
little
I'm ready
crazy.
to hit it.
I think we prisoners of the moment, man.
Of what?
Real Sick, Real Sick is a good rapper, but if you really like, he one of the people that we like so much, we don't care if he win or lose.
That's
I don't
only
think he's
because
lost a lot.
Hold
you
on, hold on,
pressing.
hold on. I'm not done.
Uh-huh.
If you check out, if you really dig into and you start doing like, okay, let's just take what we like from, just because we like him. He's very quiet. He always comes prepared. He never chokes. That's like the dream battle rapper for the casual fans.
Mm-hmm.
But if you check out his big stage records, he be getting dog walked.
Which ones? You talking about K Shine?
Hey Sean, walked them.
Uh-huh.
Twerk, walked them.
Yeah.
Ass, walked them. I could keep going.
But
I don't
those
really.
mention those three people though. Those three people walk everybody. He
I,
he
I
he
I I get it, but it's like for me, he wins the small room battles, but when it's like on the stage, 300-400 people, he normally don't win them battles.
he smacked up. He beat dog doodle down disaster leg.
Come
He
on,
he
hold on.
he killed disaster.
On URL, nobody like
Yeah.
disaster on URL.
But I'm just saying he killed disaster and
Okay,
he
let me
had a
ask you this:
debatable. He had a debatable with Pat Stay.
what
He had
was
a
the
debatable with Pat Stay.
what was the last time disaster was on URL?
Tay
Long
Rock.
time ago.
Tay
Yeah,
Rock.
We
yeah.
don't like we love disaster for the overall, but in URL that's not their cup of tea. I can't
I
give
mean,
you that.
I never really
It
been a disaster
was.
fan. I've never
It
really been a
was.
disaster fan, so it's hard for me to say that. But yeah,
It was.
I, but I
And
mean,
respectfully, rest in peace to Pat Stay.
that was the debatable.
It wasn't debatable, but on stage, Pat Stay ain't no killer. Come on, bro. We not
Man,
doing
I
that.
love Pat Stay in that battle though. I
Yeah,
liked his
yeah,
whole
nah,
like.
no, yeah, but Pat Stay is not. He's not going to. He's not the lyrical, the punchline rapper like K. Sean, a Rock is, a Av, where
But
they
he's
really
perfect
get
for a big
crazy
stage
on that
because
big
you're getting
stage.
everything. Like he's entertaining. You
Yeah,
remember what
yeah,
he
yeah,
did to
yeah.
Shield?
I get that, but that what made that battle debatable because he's not trying to kill Real Sick.
I think what your take on Real Sick is because the people that they actually put him on stage with have been monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like they give him the battles on the small rooms and he goes crazy. And I think he would have went crazy against them same people on the stage. But the people that we mentioned him on the stage were crazy. Like
Let me
they
give
were
me the. All right,
wild.
let me ask you this. Give me a real sick bar right now. I'll wait.
That I can't say that about nobody. I probably can't give you no. It's probably five people I
No,
can give you bars.
no, no.
I mean, I don't
I'll
remember
wait.
bars like that.
I'll wait.
I really don't.
Yeah, I
You
don't
can.
remember
Okay,
bars
give me a rock
that
bar.
well.
Give me a rock bar.
Well, he's a
A
legend, so I mean, of
seatbelt,
course you can do that.
Oh, give me a
A
twerk bar.
trillion
twerk bar. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
strapped
That's my
in.
point. I think we
But twerk, I
prisoners
don't
of the
remember
moment,
bars.
man. I think we prisoners of the moment, man. Real sick don't win battles on stage, man.
But look,
We
this the thing.
he just don't he's just a likable guy that get through his material.
Now, this is
At
my
this point,
problem
he's
with that.
card filler.
The way I look at battle rap, because people say that about Mook. When I look at battle rap, I'm not judging off of what the crowd is reacting to. I'm judging off of what I catch. So you can be like the crowd can be quiet while you rapping. If you
Right.
rapping, I'm still giving you points because
I just
I
don't think his style of rapping is a on a stage. I feel like that's a small room.
Style of rap, yeah.
Yes, that's it's just the rap,
He's
rap,
better
rap,
in a smaller room,
rap,
yeah.
rap, rap, rap.
yeah, he's better in a small.
When
Now
you
this is the
got a
problem.
stage, when you have a stage, and even you know this, the way you rap in a boxing gym against Casey is not the way you rap at the pizza shop. It's two different. It's two
Yeah,
different type of
I
crowds.
had to learn that. I had to learn that. Yeah,
And as crazy as it sounds, when you have a lot of people in the room, you gotta kind of you gotta be. It's like being at the club when you drunk. I don't want to hear Lupe Fiasco. I want to hear Chief.
yeah,
Keef.
Right.
yeah,
I just don't
yeah.
think he's a. I get it. You know he do what he's supposed to, but he is not a stage battler.
I
It
think
is
he's
what
gonna
it
shock
is.
people. I think he's gonna shock people. Now
I
you got to
think
look
like
at
I
this.
see. Look, I think you just a prisoner of the moment. To
No,
be
I mean,
honest.
only reason I say I think he's gonna shock people because I can technically, I agree with him. He said this, and I wouldn't be able to find a battle. I think I'd be hard pressed to find a battle that he lost in 2 years. Now, yes, all of them weren't big stages, but just his ability to rap and his ability to attack his opponent, I think he has a fighter's chance, and that's why I said an edge. But I like the battle because I think it's going to be a good quality battle.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's just like on that stage,
Yeah, Rock is no
rock
different
get
than
crazy in
Kayshawn
small
or
rooms too,
Twerk.
though.
Like the
Yeah,
big
Rock is the
stage.
most consistent. Rock is the in my eyes, Rock is the battle rap goat over time. And you know what I'm saying? You got your Mooks, you got your Luxes, and people hold him in such high regard. But when I say small room, big room, URL, small stage, I respect
Lifespan.
that he always give me my money's worth. He's
Right.
always consistent. He's not gonna choke. He's not gonna treat a small room or a big room different. He's not gonna treat a small league or a big league different. He's the ultimate battle rapper, and he's even took losses. You know what I'm saying? But I think that he brings the best out of his opponents. His opponents know they can't play, and he is going to try to smoke. Like I don't think we're going to see a different Rock now that he's not on a Cody run no more. And he's won his belt. I think we're going to see the same Rock, and that's the beauty of what he does. But I think after what happened to Real Sick against K Shine, we're gonna K Shine Real Sick is when we come back to this and recap or talk about that battle. I think Real Sick is gonna you can be like, okay, yeah, Real Sick did come to rap. Yeah.
He always
I
comes
think he
to
learned from
rap.
that.
He
I
Yeah, but no,
think
always
yeah,
that
comes
you're
to
right, you're
rap.
right. I think he learned from that. I think we will see a different Real Sick.
he always comes to rap. I think that this, and I'm gonna compare it to Chess and Eunice.
Mm-hmm.
This is a moment to like build a star. Like you
Mm-hmm.
said, Sick hasn't had much success on a bigger stage. But if you want to like make him a Jada Nightwing, because even Jada Nightwing is better in a smaller room where you can catch more
Yeah,
of the things that he's saying.
yeah.
But to
Great
build the
comparison.
stars, you still have to put them on the bigger stages. Because
Yeah,
like
Right.
I don't want to say that like Kid Chaos is a mid-tier rapper, but I feel like he topped out like the way that the crowd received his style topped out early just because of how it was executed and it's only fits in a certain room. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He's the
Like,
caffeine era. The caffeine era was,
yeah,
I think,
like the
was a bad
small
thing for him.
room, it worked
Yeah,
best for him. So it's like you can't really build the stardom from that because that's not gonna change. What makes you unique, you can't change about you. So like that
Yeah,
is where
yeah.
you're gonna max out. I think that this is a moment to show that Sick isn't just a,
Small room.
Small room.
you know what I'm saying?
Or can't beat a legend as they
Yeah,
He can't, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it is a test that they give you legends in big rooms because these legends are big room legends.
yeah.
All like
And I think he
I don't
understands
know
that.
what it is, but the timing, the season, he usually gets big room legends who are in big timing. Like I think that like Rock going and battling Mook in a small room wasn't to
Stupid.
his advantage. For
Not at
him,
all.
he's the bigger stage rapper. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Yeah.
So like
That's the same
for
mistake he made
Sick,
with Daylight. He should have battled Daylight on a big stage if they had the opportunity to.
if
But
they
we
had
know that
the
was COVID.
opportunity, right? But like
Yeah.
so like for Sick, if he has the opportunity to make like his own thing, but he has to gain superstardom, and this is like a stepping stone into that. Now, if he can't beat Rock, which I don't think, on a big
Yeah,
stage, like
I don't
I
think
don't think Sick beats Rock.
I can't think of too many Rock performances in that building,
In
but
that
the one
building,
I do remember is him versus Briz Rothstein. If you
Oh
want to
yeah, he
get
went crazy.
yeah,
Now
so
look, I got Rock winning, but um I don't count Real Sick out. And the reason why, because I counted Swamp out. And
right.
I even had Rock kind of winning because I ignored all of Raccoon and the Booze, like just material. But
Yeah.
when Rock came out and admitted that he gave that battle himself to Swamp, I had to rewatch it and be like, okay, I see where he goes by that. So I didn't think Swamp had a chance against Big Stage Rock. So that's why I can't count anybody out with that amount of talent because I think Real Sick is a better talent than Swamp. So if Swamp can eat one out,
I wouldn't
yeah,
real
I think
yes,
rapping
and they're
wise,
talented in
yeah,
different
rapping
reasons.
wise, but if
The
who
man,
like
rapping
I think
wise, yeah, but
look,
Swamp is the bigger star.
I think
Swamp
Real
is
Sick
the
is
bigger
better.
star.
Look, I think Real Sick is better than True Foe. Who thought True Foe would have beat Geechee in the tournament in that big room? We didn't expect that. Like
Yeah.
anybody could lose any given day. That's why I say it's never talent, it's the approach. The rapper that is not the best talent wise, if he comes with a better approach, he would beat said
So
rapper. Like
what can get Sick over the hump? Cause I feel like he gonna be stuck right there. I just feel like his
the
whole
right
career.
angle, if he does the angle right, like Rock has a lot of angles on him. So if he like, and Real Sick is a real smart person to me. So if
Right.
he does some flips on caution that we haven't heard, if he does some flips on whether it's the tranny getting your chain snatch, if he works the angles right, he would have a good chance. And I
I
don't
think
think
them
Rock
angles is
has any
played
angles
out.
on him.
Them angles is played out. I think the stage is not helping him. That's gonna be the downfall in the building of the star that is Real Sick. Real Sick is not a big stage rapper. The way he raps comfortably is small room rapping, and until like there's like a Lion's Den type of Lux small room thing where that's just what they do, where he can really shine, he's gonna continue to be outshined by a Twerk, a K Shine, by somebody who was electric on on big stage because it's different. Swamp is electric for how he says things.
Right.
I would argue
Sick,
that Real Thick is more electric than Swamp because of that twerk battle, the Av
Mm,
battle, and I wouldn't say the
I
K Shine.
don't
K Shine he
know,
had an off
man.
night, but he did good versus twerk and Av. He just got beat because they were better, but he
right? But
weren't bad against neither one of them. He was
right, but
shaking the room against both of them.
we're just saying what makes them electric. Everybody, when you get to that part, is electric. We're talking about what makes them electric. A lot of people say things and it make them electric. It's the way people say things that make them electric. The way that they carry themselves while they say things makes them electric. So like all it's like rock paper scissors. You know what I'm saying? Like you're really gonna have to say like okay, but Sick says the way he says things isn't the best. It's what he's saying
Ooh,
that is really
I don't know
great.
if I can agree with you.
So until they really get a small room for him, like, because I feel that way, like, particularly as somebody who like I claim to write, I want to like focus on the writing part where it's like I might not focus on how I said it, you know what I'm saying, or how I look while I'm saying it. That's the difference between to me like a surf who doesn't have to say a super crazy bar, but because it's him, the way you carry it, it's electrifying. Or a swamp who might not say a super crazy bar, but the way he said it, how he sounded while he said it, creates points. Or you have somebody who doesn't really say it super crazy. It's nothing really imaginative about how you look while you're doing it. It's just literally the words that you're saying that are crazy, and that was what makes you electrifying. Rock paper scissors.
Yeah, yeah. And that's how battle rap has so many dynamics, man. And
Yeah,
sometimes you can lose to a person with a bigger fan base, even though you rap better than them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I think it's
and
gonna be I think Rock is gonna have some amazing sick flips. I think I think Sick is gonna have some amazing rock flips. We might hear a Palestine throwing a rocket. We gonna hear all that stuff. And I'm actually y'all have me more excited to see this battle because I want him to prove y'all wrong. Like I got a lot of faith in Real Sick. I'm just I mean I'm a big rock fan, so I really think he's I mean he Real Sick is the underdog, and that's for right reasons. But I think he's gonna do way better than y'all think, and I think y'all are man enough to actually come back on live and say, you
talk
know what,
about it. Yeah.
he might have lost, but he did better than I thought. Or I didn't notice that he was gonna do this because I think he gonna shock a lot of people.
I personally think he'll do just fine. Real Sick is a great enough talent that he'll do just fine. But I
Yeah,
think there is something that he will have to change about what he does for the crowd to better receive it, as into a small room, as into where Rock doesn't have to change nothing. Rock is at
yeah.
home. Rock is at
Now
home,
you
and
know
you're
what?
walking into my house.
You know what? One thing that favors Real Sick, I think people mess up when they antagonize or try to troll with Rock. Real Sick is not gonna do that. When Rock gets mad at you, he goes crazy and he overkills and he's gonna rap for 10, 12 minutes when it's supposed to be 3. I think because Real Sick is not gonna piss him off, Rock may actually rap to the time limits, which will favor Real Sick. Because Rock, that's how Rock wins. He's winning a lot of battles in the past year. He's gonna just have more material than you. And that's because you might have talked, pissed him off, and now he really wants to kill you. I think Rock is taking this battle and is more of a competitive nature. Like he showed a lot of respect to Real Sick. So if Real Sick doesn't make the mistake of pissing Rock off, it's gonna even be a better in his favor because we're gonna see a different Rock is gonna always try to smoke you. But when you piss him off, he's a whole different animal.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all get this podcast, man.
Y'all get
Yeah,
this
man. It's
podcast,
the
man.
stage.
Been a
The
great
stage,
episode,
man.
Episode
man. You already know.
31, man. We
Yeah,
got
yeah,
raps
man.
in 10 days, man. You know what I'm saying? Stick
Oh
to the
yeah,
code.
yeah. I can that's gonna be listen, I'm excited about that card. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I just don't have a filter. I heard a 30-second snippet of one of the rappers on the Stick to the Code card. Um, and I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm talking about. I talked to this gentleman today, and
Yeah.
well, it was 2 messages, but he voice messaged me about 30 seconds, and I was surprised.
Right, right. Well,
Oh my God.
I know who you talking about.
Yeah. So I was surprised and I'm like, whoa, okay. This is gonna be interesting. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that card, especially when you got the people that aren't usually like they're not roster or they you know what I'm saying, making debuts. They are hungry and they want to make a good impression. Sometimes those make for the best cards and best battles.
D Show.
Yeah, yeah.
D Show was the perfect person.
Yeah, yeah. And if any of the artists on the card are watching this, if I can give you any advice, start now, preparing your stuff, get your stuff in order, get your rides in order, get your people in order, sell some live streams. Don't make this a last minute thing and you having trouble because you need to show up. I've been around the stage not that long, but long enough, and I've been around Damo long enough to know if you no show or you back out this late, you may never make another stage card again. Um, and because he listen, his trust is very crazy. Break his trust once, you may never touch the stage again. Um, and you know the fee if you back out. So,
Right, right,
um,
right.
yeah, man. Listen, this is an opportunity where you could really show yourself, and you have a possibility. Even if it's a 10%, you got a 10% possibility of being a part of one of the strongest rosters in battle rap. So don't take this lightly. You know what I'm saying? Come to smoke something.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah.
I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. This is episode 31, man.
31. Y'all can get this podcast, man.
Y'all get this podcast. Y'all be safe, man.
Yeah.
Already be blessed.
Yep.